Hello everyone, welcome to Combox where the game lives on. I'm your host Varun Alvakonna and I'm joined by Shayan. And today's watch-along is on the Hyderabad versus Punjab game. Shayan, any thoughts on the team changes, etc.? So I believe Nitish has come in for Aniket.
Yeah, that had to be a straight swap. No, I believe Shashank interesting one because we saw Suryansh make runs in the last game. Did you know he played a really good innings? Scored, I don't
They're
know,
still
scored a
playing,
four.
right?
Yeah, so who goes out for them? I
Nihal has
assume he
gone
would
out.
be playing. Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good swap. I think I like that
Yeah.
because Nehal. I think they've backed him enough. It's not that that they didn't give him enough chances, and I think he's still a promising batter and everything. But right now, I think we're also sort of confused as to what role he profiles the best in. So I mean, right at the moment, I think it's better maybe for him to be on the bench for some time. And Suryansh had a
Hmm.
great game. They've got Shashank back in. I like the look of this 11, and Lockie comes in for Bartlett. Yeah, I think
Yes.
that's fine because see the issue with this was the first game that Loki played. I thought he looked a bit ginger. He was not quite running in properly. I think that makes sense as well. But I think if he's at full fitness today, then you have to go with him.
Yep, with you there. Hello Akshay, how's life?
Yeah, going good. After yesterday's snooze fest, I'm really hoping to see some bounties and some action, if not bounties.
See, this is what happens. No, if we were seeing boundaries, then everybody will say, "Where are the low scoring matches? Where are the 160s and 180s?"
No,
I
it
don't
should
know
be
if
a
you
low
would.
scoring thriller. It shouldn't be a low scoring dud because I practically slept through
Hmm.
yesterday's
No,
second
that
innings.
is
I was
fair.
like, just get done with this already.
Yeah. Now what do you call it? Like I need a 130 plays 130, 129 today. That's what I
I
You
need.
would
want
love to
that
see that. I was hoping
Yeah.
yesterday would be
LSG versus
one shot.
RCB 2023?
Oh
The
man, that
famous,
was an epic game.
the
That was an epic game.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
all-timer match
No,
for
because
me, I
Hyderabad
guess.
this season has been a bit odd, hasn't it, Shah? And it's not
Yeah,
been
yeah, we
roady
were
roady because we had some slow games and we had some roads.
exactly. I think there's
But
a couple of afternoon games that have been a bit tough ones to score on. No, it's the Lucknow game and the one they played last
Mm.
time.
And we have the first ball. Oh, it's an outswinging Yorker, sorry.
Yeah, Akshay, you were saying.
I was just saying that low scoring thrillers as such, like I can't think of the last one. What was the last low scoring thriller we saw? We've seen low scores, of
Bro, we
course,
just
but
saw one. No, the super over 159
Yeah.
plays
uh,
159.
El Trapico.
159
Uh,
or whatever it was. Yeah.
There
That
was
yeah,
was a
a
fun
150.
thriller.
the GT game was a manufactured low scoring thriller.
Yeah, that is not a
One
thriller
versus
for me.
RCB.
That was
Yeah, you're referring to the one versus RCB?
No, no, no.
no
Which the Mumbai one I want to
Punjab,
say? Oh,
Punjab.
Punjab, yes, sorry. That's
Oh,
Oh,
like
and Abhishek is off the
oh,
mark, guys. What a cracking shot over, not even covers,
hmm.
like it's sort of uh, more between covers and long off, I want to say. But yeah, what
wait.
a shot.
Is that a lofted off drive?
Six.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
the way
can
to
say
put it.
that. You can
Lofted
call
off
Yeah.
that.
drive. He's so
Oh,
good at
yeah.
this, man. So good.
Yeah.
Played it on
Uh,
the up. Wow, that's a shot of confidence. Nicely
I
done.
he
think
does
Rob
that
was
a
just
lot.
sharing that he's got a good record versus Ash.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you guys backing tonight?
Uh,
It's a tough one, man.
I
It's a
kind of
tough
want.
one.
I like both teams, so I'm more than happy with
Yeah,
either
same.
or. There's
They were
this isn't
good.
like this isn't like Delhi with Chennai yesterday where I hated both of them, but like
Says the CSK
Yesterday was
fan,
a classic
yeah,
case
guys.
of I want both teams to lose, but cricket to win.
exactly.
Okay.
No,
You
it
you
was a
ditched
case of
Delhi already,
regardless
bro.
of.
Akshay, you
I
ditched
think it
Delhi
was a.
already.
No, yesterday was a case of regardless which team won, cricket lost. I think that's the better way to put it. So
Like I can't believe because in all honesty, Delhi have a very good squad. That goes
mm,
without saying. The fact that they're coming up with new ways of messing things up. Like a book should be written. Like I thought LSG were playing that proper race to the bottom where they're just showing us new ways of how to reach new levels of lows, and Delhi seem to be beating them somehow.
Shravan said
yeah.
the same thing yesterday. I remember in a group chat. No, Varun? He was saying the
Mm.
exact same thing that we were talking about Lucknow and Mumbai and even maybe KKR about bad tactics and everything. But at a certain point, Delhi are also willing themselves in this conversation.
Yeah, like
I mean, like if Adani,
I'm
if
very
Adani
happy. I think I feel like I was the only person on this earth who was flagging them off from day one.
See, I
the
wasn't
thing is,
slagging them off either. I think I also like their bowling attack especially. But my issue
Mm.
was there were so many similar players, na? Like KL Rahul and Nisanka. Neither of them are power play bashers. Then
Yeah.
you've got your two finishing anchors. So there's a lot of overlap there. I just didn't understand
Mm.
who is their ceiling raiser. Like, who is
I
the
think
guy
that
that's
in the
going to make?
top 7, like 9 of them are slow starters. So I mean, it was
Yeah,
never gonna work.
that's the entire point exactly.
Also, like, what did you guys think of Arshdeep's plans to Abhishek? Like, he attempted a lot of Yorkers, I think. Whereas I think
Yeah,
versus Abhishek, it's better to bowl good length and try to get the swing away because that's when he's really vulnerable. Like
How
this,
good is he
the
versus
plans felt
Yorkers?
odd. I mean,
We
I
don't
don't
have
think anyone
sample
likes
size.
Yorkers.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone
and
likes
wasn't
Yorkers,
he
but
bowling
yeah.
wide? Like I remember him bowling wider lines.
No, I mean today I think he was trying to bowl it at the stumps and get the swing, but I wonder if the better plans would have been just bowl length to Abhishek today.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard me. I was asking, like, wasn't he bowling wider lines last time to Abhishek? Even this time around, he started off. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like I don't know if he's himself confused Arshdeep or like they're giving him confusing bowling plans. Like it seems to be. It seems to be like one game he's really good, and immediately the game after, he just go back to being ordinary again.
But this happened for India also. No, he had this trend where he was bowling really well
Mhm.
in one game and not in the other. Like, he was
Yeah,
going
I
absolutely
think
binary in a sense.
he seems more reliable for India than he does for Punjab.
Yeah,
True.
overall
True.
career, I mean, there's no doubt
Mhm.
about it. But I mean, I think for that stretch, which was just
Yeah,
before the World
again,
Cup till
he's
like the
attempting
middle of it,
Yorkers,
maybe.
which doesn't make sense
Yeah,
to
he
me.
is. How many Yorkers, bro, in this over? Feels like three at least.
Yeah,
Two, though I can remember.
there was a slot ball, which I think was an attempt at Yorker that Abhishek hit for a
Hmm.
six. And head, I
Yeah.
think he bowled length straight away. So it must be a clear plan to Abhishek.
Perhaps, yeah.
Whew. Also, just one last thing about DC, like, Vidani spoke about, them not having any control over the surfaces and everything. But you do have control on what you choose to do after winning the toss. You opted to bat first. And you
100%.
said,
I
oh, yeah,
believe
the
Rob
surface.
put it. They opted
Yeah.
to. They what do you call? They won the toss, batted first, and decided to lose. I believe is the
Yes,
way Rob put it.
yes, yes.
I like just the sheer number of bad calls. Like, I just don't get it.
Hmm.
But Punjab, I don't want to see their bowling as well, man. Because I mean, for what is worth, I've really been going after Punjab, much to the dismay of some of their fans. Because I still believe that bowling attack is yet to prove themselves. I'm not saying they don't have potential or something like that. I do believe they've got some decent options, but they're yet to come to the party. So
Wait,
let's
what
see.
just happened here? I
Yeah,
think we missed something.
I don't think
Oh,
their bowling is as reliable as say some of the not some of the other. Actually,
Ooh.
see what all teams in the top five, since we've got like a split right now, no, where we've got teams with 6 wins and the ones below that. So if you're talking about the top five teams, RCB definitely have a better bowling attack. So do Gujarat.
RR and
I would say
SRH.
Rajasthan as well have a better attack. Yes, yes, undoubtedly.
I would say
But
even
now
SRH for that matter.
this I don't know. SRH and
On
Punjab are sort
no,
of
on performance, not on
That's
potential.
that's
Just on
six,
like
isn't it?
so far in terms of what
that's
they've
the
done this
36.
season.
Yes.
And that's a six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Sorry, I was
saying
just
just based on
checking.
this?
Sorry to disrupt you guys. I was just looking at Abhishek versus pace this season. He's been really good versus good length. Back of the length is where he struggled. I think Shahan, this
Oh,
is I think the Virat thing of because he advances so much. His
yeah, he
good length
does
for him is
use the
basically
speed a
the
lot.
back of the length.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's also gotten up pulling, I want to say, a couple of times.
So
Has
60 of
he? Once
27
definitely.
versus short
I think
balls and two
he,
dismissals.
yeah. Once he got out pulling Karthik Tyagi, and I can't remember the other one.
Oh, there we go. There's
It
a
does
short
feel like
ball
that.
and it's a four.
I still actually think I know it sounds hilarious to say this about like a 200 strike rate player who bats at this pace regularly, 200 plus in fact this season. But like a 200 strike rate player, and there's still some scope for improvement. I feel like his pull shot can probably get even better. Like I don't think it's fully perfected yet, if you know what I mean, Varun, right?
Yeah, I think he's not as
He's worked on it,
flawless
yes.
versus pace in general. I think,
Agreed.
which is
Then
odd
he
because
is
he is an
definitely.
opener. Like,
Yeah,
so
he's
I don't
a
know how he's
spin
landed
loving
here.
opener.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to end up in the conversation we were just having before this live,
Mm.
where we are going to club these guys into different categories. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Varun, let's ask Akshay about this. So I'll
That's
ask.
another six.
Yeah, it looks like a six again. Yes, Abhishek hits them. They stay hit. So Akshay, I was just asking you. So I'll tell you the names of four batters. You tell me what do you think is common between them. KL Rahul,
Okay.
just for this season, by the way. Okay, KL Rahul, Sanju Samson, Sai Sudarshan, and Ryan Rickleton.
Is this an exhaustive list or are there more names?
No, just these four for now.
I wanted to say 100 in a losing cause.
That is not a bad one. I like that. You're sort of thinking in the right direction, maybe, but no, that's not what I'm looking for. Like,
Okay.
can you tell me what's a similar trend between all of these guys? From how
Wait,
they
what are
played
the
this
names
season?
again? Rikilton, Sudarshan, Rahul, and who's the other one?
Samson.
Oh, Samson. Okay. Samson's won his side games with centuries. What else could it be?
Just not about wins and losses or anything. Just more about how they've played this season. Like, what's the template that
Low
they've
first
adopted?
ball, low first and ball
Oh.
strike rate or something like that?
I think you're on the right track. Yes, it's basically that these guys, they don't particularly go that hard in the power play. Maybe Rickelton is a bit more of an exception, but even he's not like a Priyan Sharia or Abhishek or
Got it.
Suryavanshi, right? But the point is that these guys, they're all, for some reason, they've had their failures in the power play. Like they've gotten out for low scores or they've not had much of an impact. But in the games, they've had an impact. They've gone on to be incredible after the power play, like in the middle overs and the death overs, so to say, right? Where they've started off well and then after that they really pick up. And one more reason for this is they've all played spin really well. Sanju, I think little less. He's not striking as much, but we saw the quality of his knock,
And that's
right?
a misfield for
Yesterday,
4.
yes, another bad fielding and Rob Barron would be annoyed at that for sure.
But is there any like number? Like, have you
No
quantified
number
this?
only.
Like,
We were just trying to group
This-
the batters into various categories based on their play style and everything.
No, because
But
this season has been so weird because nothing makes
Yes.
sense.
yeah, true.
bro, like how
Because
do you
I can't-
analyze a play? Like
Yeah, because how the hell
Yeah.
can we logically explain all the hits as being in the orange cap list? I can't explain it.
yes. and Klassen being in the orange cap list, but at a 150 strike rate.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, man. It's fascinating. And Klassen is the guy with the probably the best floor in this competition along with Virat Kohli. Like where you know that these guys are just going to make 20 to 30 runs no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, about hitters being amongst the runs, that trend holds true for teams as well. Right? If you guys remember that chart I'd shown last week, for teams versus pace this season, it was a linear ascending progression
Whoa.
where
Oh wow.
every team. Let me try and pull that graphic up. I think
what
it's
was
shared
it?
it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I know what you mean. Usually, Shan, you know how usually if there's more runs per over, the average goes down. I think Akshay was sharing that
The balls
all the good
No, I
teams that attack also
Yes.
averaging a lot.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
understood what you're saying by that line.
Yeah.
I completely understand. Yeah.
And it was very much in line. It was like a proper linear correlation
Yes,
where,
yes.
apart from GT, that was the only proper outlier where they were just not
Yeah,
willing
they
to
are-
score any runs. Yeah.
Don't use like conventional cricketing wisdom does not work with Gujarat Titans. They are a team of their own thing, and I am not saying, guys, that they're a bad team by any means. I mean, they've qualified for the playoffs last season. They won the IPL in 22, almost won it in 23. 24 is their only bad season till date. This season they are 6-4. So
And they're already on track to make it to the playoffs this time as well.
They've got the best
And their
bowling
strategy
attack, bro.
seems to be, our batters are not doing well. Let's replace them with another bowling all-rounder. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
somehow
exactly. They have, like,
Prasid has
9
somehow ended up on the
bowlers.
bench, and they're
Yeah.
making Arshad Khan
and the
bowl in
two
middle
bowlers,
overs, but
they also not playing picking Sai Kishore and Prasid Krishna amongst all of this.
they're a hilarious team,
That's
man.
another six.
Like, there's surely some injury niggle or something with Prasid, right? He's not been
There's
dropped.
no answer for it. I tried to find
No
it
idea.
online. There's no clear answer.
So
Ooh.
Ganded has a super chat.
Man,
So
like that.
Ganded is saying Varun will DC to the bottom through his anchor hatred. I can't lie, I have been praying for times like this.
Finishing
I would
anchor
be
hit,
lying if
just
I
let's-
said I'm impartial.
Let's make
to
that
them.
clear. Warren has started. I feel like his agenda now this season is finishing anchors and not the normal anchors. The funny thing is, how is he going to hate the normal anchors when they're actually not playing that poorly, right? Like they are
hard to
doing
explain.
fine. The
Who's
hitters are
the-
doing really well.
Who's the most
There's no
normal
finishing
anchor we've
anchors.
had? Ruturaj? Is he the most anchory anchor this season?
But
And
he's
he's
not
gone
made
again.
runs only, no? That many.
And six.
How you
No,
saying?
he's actually not been too bad. He's averaging 35 this season. I was very surprised.
Bro, he's made runs in what? 2 games, I want to say. The last 2.
But he's
was that
averaging
74.
35. Oh, is that another?
Still
That's
an
another
anchor,
skill.
yeah,
Yes, it
that's
is.
another skill. Yeah.
And by the way, his strike rate is 121. 121 for an opener
Yes.
batting in the power play in 2026 is in
Yeah.
fucking insane. I can't believe it.
Well, okay, maybe you guys say then. Yeah, he is an anchor by profile. I mean, I'm not denying that, but he's
No,
playing like
he's
a
an anchor.
bad anchor. He's not.
No, he's
playing
a
like
shit anchor.
what he
That's
can.
that's what he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. Like, who's the most anchory player, and he's also playing well.
Kohli,
Maybe
you want to say? Would you
Gill?
still classify him
Is
as an
it
anchor?
might actually be Sanju. He's the only one who starts quick,
Sanju, yeah.
slows down,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then goes
Yeah,
again
I think
crazy at the
probably.
death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably Sanju then. Yeah. See, no, Kohli has had a very weird, like a very unique sort of a season where his floor is insanely high. He's not gotten
Yeah.
out in the first 10 balls even once in this competition. His lowest is that 19 that he made versus Delhi, and he's been sorted in chases. Batting first, he's batting with intent. So he's not had those
Yeah,
big
yeah.
scores, big booming scores yet, but he's been pretty much consistent across the board. So
True,
I don't
true,
even
true.
know where
KL,
he.
the KL is attacking spin. That's what I can't explain. He's
That's the
averaging
thing,
high
yeah.
and is attacking spin.
That is the thing. Yeah.
And that's
And
another
his
four.
middle overs numbers, I think, are 83, 211. So averaging 83
Yeah.
at a strike rate of 211. So that's ridiculous stuff. I don't think you
Ooh.
expect that
Smashing
from an
everything.
anchor.
Aye. That's such a poor delivery. Oof,
Such a
oof,
poor
oof.
ball. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, really, they've been very off in their
Yeah.
lengths and lengths for one, have they not?
I mean, we
Yeah.
so used to are we to SRH scoring boundaries or Punjab conceding boundaries. They're 48 for no loss in the end. It's not even struck me. I just
I
thought
mean,
so like,
it
wait,
feels like a slow day for these teams, man. I've seen SRs be like 60 in 3 hours or something.
Exactly.
no, man.
Hey team,
Hi.
Hello.
Yellow.
this looks fun.
It's just
100%.
a
Have you seen
normal
the
daily
bowling,
office,
Jared? I
Jared.
can't explain what the bowling plans are.
Well, I think the last delivery was certainly a purposeful full toss down the leg side.
Yes, it was. new age cricket.
Oh, by the way, Jared, did you know that the run rate for full tosses, or not the run rate, the strike rate for full tosses has not changed in a decade? Going back to theoretical limit.
I'm not surprised.
Jared, what do you make
Loving
of
this.
Loki bowling this over for the fourth one? Good time.
So
to
they
get
didn't have a
one?
choice, do they? It's either this or fucking
Yeah,
offer
they
to
don't
lose the
really have a
game.
choice. Yeah, let's see how
Is this-
Loki goes in this game.
That's a
Actually,
six.
yeah, never mind. we
He
need to
went
see
there,
how he goes.
Sean.
No, the reason why I'm saying this, Jared, is because his first game he looked a bit ginger. No, like he was not running it properly. So I don't want to be too harsh on him for not having a good game there.
For what it's worth, I don't like Lockie's look. He looks he looks the part now. Earlier with that clean shaven face, that he didn't look like a menacing fast bowler. Just with his rugged beard, I think that's going well for him. That's all the credit I'll give him.
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah, it looked good as he got a hook for
that was,
six.
fuck's sake, we have to go to
Yeah.
stream 2. Running in. It's high in the air. And he's taking it. Okay.
Ooh, that's high. Mighty high. Keeper hai kya? Oh, taken, man. Oh, it's Shreyas. Well
Is
done.
done.
Collapse.
Shreyas Iyer.
Fast at his body, he gets out.
That wasn't a slow ball or anything, right?
No,
Yeah, that felt fast.
143.
Oh,
I think.
143. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. A good knock by him, the 35-13. I'll take that any day of the week
This
from
is
him.
a classic 2024 Abhishek, I want to say. He used to play these sort of knocks, no, Varun? Like a
Yeah,
lot of
I
these.
feel like he hasn't done it much this season.
He's either been like full boom
Yeah.
or bust.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
in a
failed
sense.
early or gone big.
Yeah, exactly. Binary, as we say. This is more like in the middle.
This is
Good
more a classic Abhishek.
This is the
Classic.
thing he's
Clevershek. Clevershek?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds too much like clavicular, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He did this in the entire Asia Cup, no, where he was making 30s consistently and like at a very good pace. And I think one game he goes big. I want to say Bangladesh. That match he made some runs.
So I think Pakistani makes runs as well. No,
Oh
even
yeah, one
does he
Pakistani
not make
run.
runs against Sri Lanka as well?
No, I'm saying like big runs. Does he? I can't. Maybe I'm not remembering. I feel like he
No,
did.
no. I think that's when the Asia Cup was when he was combining 50s with his insane strike rates, and then
yeah,
finals he doesn't make runs, right?
Yeah, finally he didn't make runs. I remember that.
Mm.
So Punjab started this as slight favourites, and then in the last 2.5 overs, Sunrisers got up to like a 66% chance of winning. Obviously dipped down
That's
a little
good
bit
goal to
now. But
start.
Good ball to Ishan Kishan first up.
Hmm.
What do you guys make of Smaran playing in place of Aniket Verma? I mean, like NKR coming in place of Aniket and not Smaran.
I don't mind. So I'm surprised they're still continuing with Salil more than I am with
Oh.
keep backing Smaran.
Maybe they're
Fair.
willing to back the finisher. Like that's because it's a high volatility role in a sense.
Yeah, but
Maybe
hasn't
they're like-
Aniket finished better? Like I'm not sure. I can't remember their numbers for the season, but
We'll have to check that. I think
Yeah.
Aniket finished against RCB. I remember that. He also, but Salil had that innings against Mumbai, where he made
Mumbai,
30
yeah,
of 10 or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
yeah. But I think Smaran just makes more sense in this team, though. Like
I think he just gives you more stability. If let's say they
Yeah.
lose 3 wickets here, he's the guy that you do expect to, actually.
you rather him
building
go at
up.
4 in the power play, right? Instead of Class and firefighting again.
Yeah. Agreed.
I can tell you one thing. I don't think they want Ishan Kishan facing Lockie Ferguson again.
That was an excellent ball, that last ball.
Yeah, I think Travis Head needs to get on strike for that.
Yeah. This is a good over by Loki. Just 6 off it and a
Yeah.
wicket.
Yeah, 5 dot balls. Well done.
Fun. Sunrisers top of the table is definitely possible today, guys. If that
Yeah.
happens, that nobody would have
Crazy.
expected that at the start of the year, no?
Not at the start of the year, halfway through the year.
Jared, yeah, I think it was. I want to say it was the third power ranking where we started, third or fourth power ranking, one of those two, where we started.
Well,
like,
they'd
okay,
lost
maybe
3 of their first 4, so I'd be shocked if they were high up the list.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think it's the fourth. Then it's the fourth power rankings where we started being like, oh, they're maybe in the middle of the, middle of RCB, Punjab, and Sunrise, and sorry, Rajasthan.
I
Gujarat.
think
Rajasthan.
once they got the younger bowlers and Heinrich actually started hitting the ball off the square again, you had to be like, well, they're still dangerous. And then obviously since then they got into really good
last
form.
couple of games has also been
Yeah.
in great form. I mean, he hit Narayan and Bumrah. That's what I put in the piece. So
Yeah,
I don't
but I think
there's
by
a-
the time they did that, we were already like they were on their way even before that. But he's
No, that
probably
was-
overcome some of the younger bowlers struggling since then.
Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like they need all those different parts to actually click. They don't want head also failing and then their new bowlers losing form. Like that would be a bit of an issue.
Sachin says Hinge and Hussain. It's not just him, but Shivang as well. Like they've got 3 young
yeah,
bowlers
Shivang too.
in, and
And
obviously
What is-
they've kind of, they brought Harshal back the other game, which I think probably makes sense now that they're a finals chance again. Having a more experienced bowler coming in every now and again.
And that's
And
it.
even
Another
Cummins
sixer
coming
for-
back has definitely helped.
Yeah,
them.
Another
Four.
boundary here
100%.
over the top
Yep.
by accident.
Oh, finally.
Sorry. Yeah, Cummins coming back in as well has helped them.
Jared, I still think their issue is new ball bowling. I don't trust their new ball bowling only. Like teams can get away in the power play.
Also,
they
they
don't have
keep
any
bowling
new ball
Malinga
bowlers.
in the power play, and I don't think he should be bowling him with the new ball in the power play.
exactly. He's not a new ball bowler. I think it's like a more middle and depth guy.
Yeah.
The way he profiles.
Like, if I'm not wrong, they have been picking wickets, but they've been conceding runs. They've been hammering
Oh my
runs.
God, what a shot
What
this
a
is.
shot.
He just
Head
slapped
just
it.
humps this down the ground with a straight slap.
Oh, so they win with 4.
That's
Wow.
it was not a flat 6, but it sort of ended up being one.
That's a
the
4
trajectory
apparently.
No, it's a
Oh,
four.
I really thought it's a 6. No way.
Yeah, same.
It bounced a shot.
Okay, fair enough.
Not bad.
Is this more parabolic?
Hmm.
Warren, what do you think?
Oh my God. He's almost run himself out there, Head, because he was so off balance and he decided to run anyway.
That was a slow ball. That's what I think he was suggesting.
115.9, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's suggesting back of them for some reason. It looked like a knuckleball to me.
Warren, look at who has the third most sixes.
Yeah,
me.
Rickleton.
Yes, it is Ryan Rickleton. indeed.
Priyansh is only 26 and 8. It feels a lot more than that.
Yeah, I think he hits a lot of fours also.
Also,
That-
it could be
and
just
he
him
doesn't
only facing 10 balls.
face that many balls. Yeah, he doesn't face many balls. Jansen's going at more than 16 runs and over in the power play. He was actually doing pretty well in that enforcer role, was he not, Jared? But maybe this
Yeah,
new
he's
role
better
was
at the
not-
back end of the power play, isn't he? But
Yeah,
there's not
yeah,
much
yeah.
you could do on a day like today. Also, going up against these two, it's just
Oh, yeah.
always a chance.
You can't deny that.
I wonder if Head just tries to whack this as well. Because it's the last ball from Janssen, or whether they wait for the next over. I think Head will go here. He has, he's backed
you lock in another
away,
one?
and he smashed this to mid off for no run. Back on stream one, guys, too.
Oh
if
yeah,
you
I was just thinking.
Need to pop
That's
back
what I
over.
was thinking too.
Mm-hmm. Do they ball lock here again, Jared? They have to, no?
Yeah,
I would assume they do, yeah.
They need to.
لا الوړ کیفیت لرونکو اجزاو څخه جوړ شي.
Thank you for that, whoever that was.
That was me. I changed the stream and it just started up again.
Doesn't matter what stream you're on, you still watch on a potato.
Exactly, that's fine. But like, how on earth am I still behind everyone? Like, so convincingly.
And I thought my internet was the slowest in the entire, Combox fraternity.
I don't know how much of it is down to internet and how much of it is just my choice of streams. I think now I'm on par.
Pretty smart by Ishan, just giving Head the strike.
Yeah, that's a good play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just get off striker, Ferguson. You don't need to face anything here.
No, Jared, hit every ball for 6.
No,
Isn't that what
but
we're
I'm
supposed to
saying Ishan doesn't have to hit every ball for 6 here.
I know, I'm just messing with you, Jared.
He might get
Relax.
knocked out. He didn't play the short ball particularly well last over. Just get
No,
off
he didn't.
strike and let the other guy do it.
In 11 power plays, I'm assuming they will score in excess of 70 even tonight.
And
yeah.
that
He
is a
scored- he
6.
goes for
6.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. So that's
Drop-
the 7
dropped by a
times he scored in
security
excess
guard.
of power play. Wow.
Feels like bunch of pull shots we've seen today, no, Varun?
That
I was
wasn't
thinking
even
that,
short.
yeah.
I'm not even sure that's a pull shot.
Yeah, no.
I think-
Yeah,
it's
it
a bit
wasn't
of a weird
short.
one.
It was
This
maybe
is, I
just
think,
missing
what
the bails.
Himanish was talking about, where it's like the back of the length balls are getting pulled way more this season in the power play.
Oh. Makes sense. Was this more good length? I don't think it was.
I
back
can
of the
check
length.
it in a bit.
Yeah, it wasn't
feel
back
like-
of a length. It was
Yeah,
it was a lot more
I feel
fuller
like-
than that. Good length.
Yeah, probably.
Disappointing effort from the security guard out there. Oh,
That's
hammered this out to the
single.
fielder though. This is probably a win for Punjab, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
They might go for a 6, but they're a chance of getting a wicket here as well if Ishan
Again,
goes.
going back to the strike hogging thing, Jared, should Head have refused the single?
Yes.
I like that. Yes, even I think so here. Makes
Yeah.
sense. I think the first debate we had for this was the Tim David versus Jitesh Sharma one, no, Varun? Where
Yeah.
Saurabh was like fully, yeah, he should have. I think he was right to take the strike. Jitesh was not.
Oh,
not
Ishan's
that.
got this off the
That
bottom
was
part of
good
the
for it.
bat, but it's over mid on and it's 4.
Slot ball as well.
I think that's the wrong length. I think just go straight back into his armpit and it's either 6 or a wicket or a dot ball. Like you give yourself 3, two good outcomes of that ball.
Yeah, way too full there.
I don't think you need to bowl full to him.
Yeah, I don't think that'll help at all. He will go for his shots because he's the form that he currently is in. You cannot
So
serve him up
the
these
6
balls.
was 9.3 meters, by the way, earlier in the
Okay.
over.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. So it's not that
Ooh.
full. Back of a length, leaning
Yeah.
towards short.
Yeah.
Didn't get up then.
Oh yeah, that could be the case. Yeah.
And Yorker here on the leg side and flicked away for 1. I think that's I think I'm Sunrisers. I'm pretty happy he's off strike. I don't know why Lockie's bowling this length to him anyway, but I'm more happy with that at the moment. Let the man who's very good against fast bowling face the fast bowler here.
And
He
that's
goes
a
for it once
oh,
again.
wait. Oh, it's a single, yeah.
But fielder there.
Yeah.
Connolly was it?
As strange as it sounds, 79 for 1 is not a bad effort by Punjab.
Oh,
Guys, I kind of feel like Sunrisers and Punjab have the same issue in their bowling where you can't trust their new ball bowling only in either case, can you?
Yeah,
I
both have
think at
conceded
least
like
I think with Sunrisers, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can trust some of the bowling. I don't know if I trust anything in Punjab.
Okay. Oh, in terms of the
that's
phases you're saying,
that's
no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
Sunrisers
trust
are good in the
Malinga
middle, I
now.
think.
I trust
Yeah,
Malinga.
Malinga
Cummins is
good.
always
Cummins, yeah,
dependable,
he's improved.
even if he's not elite all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chahal is in straight away. It's not a bad ploy against Head and Ishan, I want to say.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Head will be more than happy to take whatever bait comes his way.
Mhm. Yeah, you could not bowl Chahal if Abhishek was batting. I'll tell you that.
This could be a second over, no? 6 or a wicket.
Yeah.
What do you think? The form he's in, he's definitely going to go for it. I want to say.
And
Oh,
it's
first ball, he just not set.
they're coming back for two. They're looking for two, and they do come back for two.
Oh,
Chicago Bulls energy drink, Jared.
So Rahul is asking us, what do you guys think of Malinga?
He's been
He has done well,
excellent.
but is nowhere near the Sri Lankan team.
Yeah, at a certain point, he probably needs.
I mean, Patharana wasn't always in the Sri Lankan team while he was one of the best bowlers in the
I don't think
IPL
Tushara
either.
is always in the Sri Lankan team either. So
Yes, exactly.
Their selection is a bit odd.
Mm.
I think they're
It's also
obsessed with
injuries
new
and
ball
stuff, no?
bowlers when it comes to Sri Lanka. And they always want everyone to be a new ball bowler. And it's like, I'm not saying you shouldn't have new ball bowlers, but what if you also had bowlers who didn't bowl with the new ball?
Maybe they think their spinners can do a job in the middle, and so they need new ball bowlers. But I don't know if that.
We still have to bowl at the
necessarily makes
death.
Yeah, exactly. And some overs in the middle, right?
Yeah.
You can't just go with spin. And your spinners can actually bowl in the power play as well as the death. Like if you look at it, someone like a Thikshana or even Hasaranga can give you an over maybe.
So we
Lastly,
have
to
another-
answer your question about what's wrong with Punjab's bowling, they just don't take any wickets. They never take any wickets.
Also, the floor is non-existent.
You think?
Yeah, like I don't know, trust any of them.
I agree. Based on
Chahal
current
maybe.
form, I
On form, I agree. I don't know if I agree as a structure, though. If you come in, this looks like a good bowling lineup, I think. Is this going to be out?
oh,
He's hit this very
Is he
high.
And he's out.
Travis
Second over, I
Head is
called it.
gone.
Yeah.
takes the bait.
He's out for 38
Yep.
of 19. Yeah, 38
Yeah.
of
Chahal, I want to
19.
say, has been decent this season, has he not? I know he's not been like outstanding or
Again, I
anything,
think he's been good and shit at the same time, depending on the day.
so it's that reliability thing once again. No, you kind of
Yeah,
don't want high variance from your bowlers. I think.
So
You
By the way, was that the
be more
googly from Chennai?
reliable?
I think it
Yes,
was.
it was
yeah.
googly. Yes,
That's a very rare sight.
he's not bowled many googlies this season. I want to say.
He
I
hardly
just
bowls in
sounds sad.
general seasons now.
I mean, he does have a googly. Maybe he's shelved it in the recent years or something. But
He's been
can
bowling them to left-handers a little bit. He just doesn't bowl them to right-handers.
oh, fair. I knew I saw some sort of a stat very recently where his googlies were being discussed essentially. I think yeah, you're
I
right.
think
Jared, it
he's.
might-
I'm pretty
So
sure. I feel like he's
84 for 2.
declined
They might
versus-
struggle to make 160 here.
Oof.
Jared, are we going to see a repeat of the last game?
That was the joke, Cheyenne. Yes.
Oh no, really? Okay. Tube light moment. It's okay.
That's why yes, Chahal.
They didn't bowl any spin at the start, did they?
So before this wicket, he was really struggling versus left-handers this season and last season, Chahal.
Can you check the googlies as well for both yours?
Well, part of the problem with them is he quite often bowls them outside leg stump, which is odd.
That was a googly, no, Jared? The one to Klassen? First ball?
Oh, I missed that. Sorry. Let me look at it again.
Feels like it came back in. Wonder if it's just with the angle.
No, I don't think so. It didn't spin. It really hasn't been much spin.
Yeah, even the googly to head did not really turn a lot.
That didn't spin by a mile or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. This last ball to Ishan again, outside leg stump,
yeah.
doesn't spin.
Yeah.
Defensive? Is he going defensive, Jared? With the like?
That's what I'm saying. When he does bowl them, he bowls them outside leg stump at like almost like a. I wouldn't even know.
Blind
Maybe
spot?
like an off spinner bowling around the wicket to a right hander.
Is it negative?
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
not. It's probably more like a left armer doing that. But yeah, it's a very negative style. Yeah, there's a tiniest bit of spin, but it's like you almost have to pick these balls out of the hand because they're almost going dead straight.
So he's been 50 of 25 bowling googlies to left-handers this season. No wickets yet. This is before this game,
Oh.
sorry. Haven't checked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's got one now.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if the system will even pick that up though, because it barely moved. It almost went dead straight. Oh, Ferguson's on. Ishan's gone for him and is out.
And he's
Oh
out.
no!
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, he
my
dropped
God!
it.
Was that Cooper?
Oh my god.
No way.
No fucking
No
Oh.
way.
I took my eyes
Yeah.
off. I was just assuming it's a catch. Oh,
Same.
I didn't even see the drop.
That's what
I
Cooper
feel like
did.
I think that's naive on our part, Akshay, that we assume catches will actually be taken.
So
Oh,
it was
my
in at the armpit again, as I said before. He gets up and under this. It goes soft and gentle. Well done for Cooper for not allowing the boundary. But that's the only thing he did well.
So Code Noob is asking us,
You dropped
what is this floor/ceiling that you
We
keep
are
talking
overdoing it
about?
these days,
How do you
I agree.
calculate it? Is it for the whole team? Yeah, it can be whole team. It can be for a player.
May or may not be a calculation.
Yeah,
Can
it's
be wise
usually
as well.
part vibes, part statistics. If it
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Eye test, calculations, stats, everything.
So if you
For
look
example-
at Chahal and Arshdeep, those are both bowlers who fluctuate quite a
Yeah.
lot, right? Comparing them to, let's say, Hazelwood or Krunal or Boovie for
Boovie.
RCB.
even
even
so,
Suresh.
for that matter.
Those are
Suresh
quite
is to an extent.
Guaranteed 1 for 32 every game at this point.
yeah. So generally that's what you're looking for. So even you could argue that Romario is not actually a volatile, like he's quite a consistent bowler. It's just that it might be that it's a very
for
low
12.
floor that he starts from.
1 for
Right.
12 in 1 over.
But it's more those bowlers who can bowl an over for 2 runs, bowl a really good spell, and then the next game they'll go for 48 runs. So Avish Khan might be one of the best examples of someone who has a very high ceiling and a very low floor.
By the way, Rob is saying that catches in the bottom 3 this season.
Well, the top 3.
What's the worst
But-
catch drop this season? I still feel like it's the Washi one, the one he drops Kohli, and
Oh,
the
Kohli,
Dubey,
yeah.
Dubey to Dheer, where in the CSK Mumbai game.
We also-
Absolute sitter he drops that.
Oh, you're
And
talking
then-
about the one that he dropped. I thought you were talking about the one Shivam Dubey dropped. That was also.
yeah,
like,
I'm talking about the one Shivam Dubey dropped. Yes.
Yeah. So Blue Eagles is asking us, in what scenario would you bowl in spin and avoid it? Ooh. I mean, I guess the obvious one is when the batter has a weakness versus in spin. So the other time would be if you want to up the volatility, and then if everyone's getting smashed and you need a wicket, you might as well up the volatility and bowl an off spinner to a right hander or a left arm finger spinner to a left hander. You might as well, right? So those are the two cases. When would you avoid it? I
Yeah,
guess I would never bowl a left arm finger spinner to Abhishek. So
Or Ben Dunk,
or Ben Dunk.
Chris Gale.
Ben Duck mentioned.
I think one or who is it? I think either Vaibhav or Jess or one of them doesn't like it spinning in. So they're candidates for someone you can bowl in spin.
Webber, yeah.
Weirdly
So
enough,
Aryan for both.
he's got under this.
Oh,
This time it won't be caught by Cooper Conley. It won't be caught by
that's-
anyone. It's bouncing off different parts of the grandstand.
Yeah. Arya doesn't like the ball spinning in either.
Yeah, it's very rare for left-handers to not like the ball spinning in, but there are lots of right-handers who don't. There are lots of right-handers who actually prefer the ball spinning away.
Yeah, Virat
so-
for a long time, right?
Yeah, Virat
Yep.
was definitely one of them. There's also
actually-
there's so many different, like, it's not just about spinning in and spinning away as well. There are players
Finger
who like
and
wrist
wrist?
spin,
Yeah,
because they
yeah,
like the
yeah.
ball going up out of the hand.
Exactly.
There are people who prefer finger spin because they like the ball sliding on and everything else. So there are so many different patterns that players have when you actually go through it. That's why the whole matchup thing annoys people who actually do this for a living, because we don't believe in the nonsense that people on TV talk about when they talk about matchups.
Yeah.
As this
Much.
one is belted out of existence.
Again, didn't spin much at all.
Yep. It's definitely not spinning.
I
think
mean,
Travis
spin
said
or no spin, that length Klaasen doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not the ideal length.
for sure.
Lovely shot, yeah.
That was a shithouse ball though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Klaasen's not knocking it around again today.
Hmm. Is this
So we're
finally the day he
match-
doesn't firefight?
We're in match 49, right?
I have absolutely
Yeah, I
no
think
idea.
so. Does feel accurate, maybe? Let me check.
Yeah, we are on match 40.
Yeah.
I doubt myself every time with that.
So Blue Eagles is asking us, what have you guys made of Mukesh, Stark, and Gurjapneet? Feels like they've relentlessly hit the good length for CSK along with Kamboj.
Yeah. Gurjapneet maybe a
Stark.
little less so.
Yeah,
He's
Gurjapneet probably
saying
bowls
Mukesh
shorter,
Chaudhary
doesn't
is
he?
calling Stark, bro. Yeah.
Mukesh
exactly,
Stark.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
more like
Mukesh
a
Stark.
meme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just thought
Kamboj
he was a
definitely has.
shorter length.
Gurjapneet, right?
Check Gurjapneet.
Oh, it's a top
Yeah,
edge
good.
from a sweep here, but I think it's going to
Uh-oh.
carry. I say top edge. He might have played under it. No,
Oh,
oh my
dropped
God,
it.
it was caught
Oh
on the
my
boundary.
God.
It was dropped on the boundary, and
That's
it's rolled
Shashank
behind
Singh.
him.
Oh,
It's
no.
Shashank Singh again.
Oh, no.
He's come back in and immediately continued drop catches.
It is Shashank Singh, the real Shashank Singh, the only man without
can't be
hands
us.
in this league.
Blunder.
It went
So
has
so
he
high,
caught-
to be fair, but it looked like it went pretty
Oh
easy
my
to him in
God.
the end. He went for the sweep, got the top edge, and was out on the boundary. He got right underneath. Oh, he got his hands completely wrong. He was going to take that
Yeah.
overhand, I think, for a minute, and then he went, "Oh no, it's over here. I'll take it underhand," and he was nowhere near it.
Mm. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did they take two? I didn't even see that in the end.
Was that a 4?
Oh no, it was
Yeah,
a four,
yeah, they
wasn't it?
took
Sorry, it
this.
was, wasn't
It
it?
was
a
I
four, yeah.
forgot. Sorry. He also dropped it onto the rope.
Oh, my bad.
So Gurjap needs length has been okay. Kamboj has been one of the best length bowlers in the league. So that adds up.
For sure.
Who else am I missing here?
Oh,
Mukesh Chaudhary.
Mukesh Chaudhary, thank you.
Heinrich goes for another one of those big shots, but he doesn't quite make contact, and it goes out for one.
Mukesh. Yeah, Mukesh has been good too. Yeah, that adds up. Blue Eagles.
I always will remember the top of off test match lines and lengths he was bowling to Sky Kamboj in that 7th over. That is just printed in my brain now.
I think it was just spamming the wobble ball. I think that's what I remember.
Yeah, he's been very good, man, for sure.
He's so
Gurjapneet
good.
feels more shorter, I think, compared to these guys. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Check his lengths mainly. Yeah, he's gotten a lot. Most of his wickets are back of the length, but yeah, he's not bad at bowling good length, but he's not as
No,
good
that's
as
fine.
Kamboj. Like Kamboj being good at the good length makes sense. He's a first class bowler.
Yeah. He even played
He's
a
an
test
elite
match,
first class
let's not
bowler,
forget
so
that.
it makes sense.
Yes. He even played a test match in England. Did not look at his best because he was just not bowling fast. Wonder what was going on then, but who knows in the future what happens.
The swearing venue is really nice though.
I'm seeing live visuals of the timeout right now. What do you do with Shashank Singh as Ricky Ponting, as Shreyas
Punch
Iyer,
him
as
in
the
the
captain coach?
balls, hoping that you perforate his
Oh,
testicle,
just keep him
and he
as
has
an
to come
impact
off the
sub.
field.
Just keep him as an impact sub.
Impacts are bro, yeah.
By the way,
they have to do
Shreyas
the
is actually
Shivam Dubey
telling
thing.
him tips on how to catch. I just saw that. He's telling him catch it like this. Oh
Man,
my
I feel
God.
bad for him,
Oh
bro,
my
at this
God.
point. I wonder if it's like a confidence issue at this point where because he's dropped, I want to say 4 catches just before he was actually
Yeah.
on the bench, and then now he's come back.
At
He's again
least
dropped.
4.
He 4 definitely there, and then 5. This is probably the 5th one since that Lucknow game. I want to say
Has he taken a catch so far this season?
he might have. I
He
can
must
check
have
that. Wait.
accidentally.
I hope so. I sure hope so.
Surely he has.
Surely he has. As I
I
check,
was
surely. 1 second.
just for his sake, you're hoping that he has taken
Yes,
something.
yes, please. I really want to have.
No, I was watching this video. Like, there's this podcast done by a couple of influencers, Indian influencers, one of whom is associated with the Punjab team, the Sikh guy who's associated with the Punjab team. So he does a podcast. So he was talking about Shashank Singh, like, because he's involved, he's with the team, he's traveling with the team. So he was saying how Shashank Singh has apparently, like, he's trying to sort of keep up a brave face, but he's been feeling really low, and the catches have affected him. And he is a good feeler. Like, he's not been this guy last
Yes,
season or
yes.
the season before. So
That's what I've been saying too. Yeah. He has 1 catch. 1. The one
to be
just,
fair,
the
we've
one
had-
just before.
Sorry, to be fair, we had some decent amount of turn for Chahal.
Really?
Yeah, his leggies are turning, googly's on.
Oh yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
He's certainly
Yeah,
googling
I also saw one of those leggies
Yeah.
turn. Yeah, I think it was the 4th.
One of them
maybe.
turned because of how short it was, I thought, as much as anything.
Vaishak is in.
Not a bad ball to start with.
Kishan should really start going now, man. 17 of 13 is... Okay, they've taken a double.
So Occam Stazer is asking us. Ponsing is apparently better man than me because I would sub out Shashank right now. Yeah.
The interesting thing is he can also bowl a bit. If you remember the
If I
last
was-
time these two teams played each other.
If I was in the
It's
Punjab team,
actually
he'd have a niggle about now.
I would have just hit him in the balls. I don't understand why that hasn't happened yet.
That would make for excellent TV, right? Actually punch him in the balls and then tell the umpire he's injured. So
It's a
we're
lot better than
subbing
Harbajan's shitty little slap.
him. That's a four, by the way. Ponting's on TV giving an interview. He's smiling widely. It's
So Karthik is asking us, okay, is it bad fielding or bad fielder placement? Like bad fielders at mid-on/mid off, and bad boundary riders. Faf said always have the best fielders at mid-on/mid
He
off.
was a deep back and square leg.
yeah, exactly.
He's dropped catches at deep mid wicket, deep back on square leg, mid on, cover. Have a look at the positions. Deep point. I think in one game he dropped a catch, didn't he?
Mm.
Where do you
Is
want to
that part of the
go?
issue? Because he doesn't have a regular position.
Or are
Well-
they changing him because he's dropping catches
Yeah.
Yeah.
over and over again? That could
Is
also
it the
be.
chicken and egg?
Yes, it is.
And it's always a thing, like the ball tends to follow you on such days. And
Oh, yeah.
Shashank Singh, unfortunately, there's like so many.
The lone fielder
stories.
theory,
Yeah,
as some would say. And sometimes it goes the opposite way also, where every catch is just sticking. I think that happened with Holder, I want to say, in the last match.
So
The-
Ishan
not
just
the last-
slaps
last
it
single
to long
match.
off for a single.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chalo, class and bhai. Oh, knuckle ball, well bowled. Oh,
And a
well
decent
played.
shot
No,
too, and he's
Well bowled,
thankfully he's not
great fielding.
misfielded that for 4.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Still not great fielding.
Just-
Didn't collect it.
Mm.
The first one, no? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good catch by
Yeah.
Ponsing though.
Yeah, wow, it's
Oh, yeah.
proper. 2013. Oh, jeez.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
remember. Yes.
Lost his balance.
Poor Nukchand, man. Never should
Yeah, he lost his balance. He slipped and he somehow still managed.
Oh,
it.
wow.
Crazy.
Heinrich, big hit across the line. He's done a couple of these, though, and they've just gone nowhere off the bat.
This again was a slow one, I believe.
That is what Vaishak does, no? Usually.
Yeah, that knuckle
Yeah,
ball.
121.
Yeah, 1 clicks. Yeah.
No,
Garrett,
Shan,
you
were
would
you
have
the one who's...
Ponting as one of the better fielders, no, of all time?
Yeah.
I definitely think so.
Yeah, what was it? Ponsing, Simons. Who else would we have?
Jadeja?
Hmm,
Oh, are we just talking that Aussie team or overall?
I think overall, in general,
Yeah. Raina, I mean,
Faf
I've
would be
heard
up there.
Yeah,
Faf
Faf.
for
The
sure.
Raina was very
Faf
good.
would be up
Yes.
there. Right now, I don't think he's on this same level as these. lot.
Maybe not on this list. Yeah, but he's still
Yeah.
very good. No, Jonty Rhodes, of course.
John T, yeah. I think Jared doesn't like him because he can't hit stumps.
What?
Didn't hit the stumps a lot. Isn't that part
Yeah.
of fielding?
That it is. Yes. Who's your best fielder, Jared? Then, like, all
Well,
time,
who would you
just
rather have a
one-
point, Michael Clark or Jonty Rhodes?
Not sure. Maybe. I haven't
Michael
seen
Clark,
enough
because he's a
of his field, I
left-hander,
guess.
and because he was a really good, accurate thrower, probably gets more runouts than Jonty Rhodes.
Mm.
Interesting.
Right now,
I mean,
he's not as good an athlete as Jonty Rhodes. He's not getting the balls that Jonty Rhodes is
And
getting to.
Is that out again?
Yeah.
Or is that
ooh,
six? That's out.
Oh my
they
God.
dropped it.
Four. Thank you.
goodness.
Fuck's sake.
What? Oh no! Is that again a drop?
yeah, yeah. That was the googly, by the way.
Oh
How
my
did he do
God. We have to
Are
call
they
this.
bad? Are they bad
So-
at dropping catches, or are we just naive for assuming they'll catch them?
So this was a short, it was a wrong end down the leg side. He flicked this away like a sort of standing pull shot. And Lockie, again, let the ball get so low on him, dropped it about 3 inches above the ground, and then it just bounced back into his hands. Absolutely some of the shittest fielder you will ever see.
Ponting must be counting his stats that he wasn't on comms. He wasn't talking while this happened. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. But Kishan's not looked good at all. He's been very scratchy so far. He's there only because Punjab's fielders refuse to get him out.
I actually think the ball's not coming on as well now because both of these guys are mistiming balls pretty regularly.
Yeah. That is true. Wonder if it's the same thing that we saw in the last game where after the power play it gets a bit harder to bat on the surface. I don't know which pitch they're using today though. Varun, we might have to check that. But the last time
Oh, it's an
The pitch
inside edge.
definitely behaved
And
like
it's a single.
I can check if it's the same pitch from
So
last
Prit
time.
7575 saying never thought it like this, but a big reason why Punjab isn't getting any wickets is because they aren't taking any catches. You know what? You're not wrong.
It's not a terrible percentage, though, is it? It's about 75. I mean, before today, which might bring it down a little bit. But it was a Pratib's article said it was about 75, 76%.
Yes.
I think generally when it's really bad, you're getting down to 55, 60.
Oh, interesting.
Because most teams are only catching at, what, 80, 85. And you're going to have a team, you would have one team, I think Rajasthan had dropped one catch through 9 games or something, right? Like, that's very unlikely. And so generally to be bad, you need to be dropping around, you know,
2 catches.
35,
catch,
40, 45% of
One
your
sec, I
catches.
can just actually calculate this.
Ask Rob, Jared. He will tell you exactly what to the dot.
Oh, it's
Oh
a
my
missed
God,
stumping
they're
as well.
missed-stumping
Let's
now.
just play all the hits.
Oh,
I
chill,
think
man.
went away.
Chill.
Outside
That's
off
what-
stump. He comes down the wicket to try and hit this. He's beaten in flight.
What?
He has a big swing at that. And I'll be honest, not only was this a missed stumping, that was 2 byes in a row.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
bye bye, baby, baby, goodbye. Or maybe not bye bye in this case.
Jeez, man.
Jared, so Yuzi has had what 2 dropped catches off his bowling and 1 missed stumping,
Yeah.
and he's taken a wicket as well. This is getting hilarious now.
I mean, if you're Travis Head, are you annoyed that you got out looking at this field?
Yes.
Yes, I said that at the time. Like,
In fact, in one of the Punjab
To be
games,
fair,
I think
this was a tougher chance. The stumping, no, I think
So
Is it?
Punjab
How's it
catching
a tougher
efficiency
chance?
73%,
it's
Jared.
not that straightforward. No, I think it bounced a bit. No, he couldn't quite. Like he
Yeah.
was low, and I think it came a bit.
what the fuck is hard about that chance?
By the way, lads, the 2 teams.
What am
we
I
have
missing
together,
here? Wait,
worst
wait, wait.
fielding
No,
team.
no. What specifically did you see? He got a full view of it. There was no body in front of it at all. He was miles down, so it wasn't like it was close.
Okay.
Are you saying a wicketkeeper shouldn't be taking that 99 times out of 100?
Okay, that's fair enough.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy if you're right. I haven't seen I haven't seen it like 2 or 3 times since, but
I will have
on
to do
first
that too.
view, it just looked like he missed a ball that, a sack of potatoes might have got that something in Rob Barron world, right? If you angled the sack of potatoes in the right angle, would have hit the potatoes and gone back onto the stumps.
Yeah. I think
Relax,
a
relax,
sack
Jared.
will take all the
Don't-
catches that have been dropped so far.
I will have another look at it.
Oh, by the way,
My
Jared,
set
we have
will
the
be-
2 worst fielding sides of the tournament playing today, according to catching efficiency.
the 2 best 6 hitting and the 2 best dropped as well.
Yeah, the 2 worst fielding sides.
Okay, no, you're right. Yeah, I think it actually goes up later on. It's not.
I think it goes up after he fumbles it.
That's what I'm.
To be
saying,
fair,
yeah. I
Cricket
think-
Info's put it down as a tough chance. Let me go check it on MV Play.
I have checked it on NV Play. That's what I'm saying, Jared. I think.
No,
yeah,
I'm
it
just going to
actually
have a look
goes
as
up.
well. Only because
Yeah.
Cricket Info said the same. So let's just have
Check.
one more look as well.
I mean, we were saying that Kishan's looked scratchy, but Klasen's also going about it roughly his pace
Oh,
itself.
by the
So,
way,
like,
Oh my God. No,
The
Cricket Info
leggies have. Sorry,
need to edit
Chahal's
their
last-
thing.
So Chahal's
Yes,
last
it
2
goes
leggies
off
have
his hand.
turned
That's
over
why I
8
changed my
degrees,
stance
lads.
as well.
how many degrees?
8 degrees, last 2 balls.
Ooh.
Well,
And the
okay,
2
so there's a
before
lot
that
of spin
gone over 4
there,
degrees. Yeah.
but I can tell you this, just having a look at it. His head does not move. That's the
Yes,
problem.
correct,
He's
correct.
not expecting it to spin, and his head's in a completely wrong situation. So that ball almost hits the stumps, and his foot is, his head is a mile away from where it is. He just hasn't kept his eye on the ball. I don't know if I'd give it as a tough chance. I think before 10 years ago, I'd be shocked if a wicketkeeper missed this. I'm probably less shocked now, but just from a technical standpoint, he is all over the shop here. Try and
That's
bring this
fair,
up for
that's
you
fair.
guys. If the leggies have been spinning and he's picking the leggy out of the hand,
Mm.
it's harder to justify that. Now, let me see if I can bring it up for everyone here.
I'm just checking who are Sunrisers' impact subs because it's still clearly ragging.
Harshal was a part of it, from what I
So they
remember.
were Harshal. They got to bring Dubey in on this pitch, right?
Oh,
That
for
will make
sure,
sense.
for sure.
Mm. This is the only spinner in the impact list. They have Hinge, Harshal,
Shivang
Dubey,
is a
Livingston,
part
and
of the
Aniket. Shivang's in the
He
11,
must
yes.
be. Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to take the scores down for a second and bring this up. Just to show you guys what I meant here.
Mm-hmm.
So the ball is over the off stump, right? And that ball pitched right in, just on the edge of the rough here.
Hmm.
That's where his head stays. So at no stage does he move his body over. The only things that move are his hands. That's why he's missed it. Right? So not only had he seen other balls spin, you can always say not every ball was spinning and maybe he wasn't ready. But his hands move and his head doesn't move. You should not have your hands all the way out there for a ball that is supposed to be spinning back into the stumps. That's what leg spinners do.
That is true. Yeah. That is indeed true.
I'd still be pretty disappointed. I'll let the team press all the buttons.
Enjoy the fact that the 2 worst catching teams are number 1 and number 3 in peak IPL.
So this is one other thing I will say. Rajasthan are obviously a bit of an outlier on this, but in general, right, you're going to have more drops if you're a better team than if you're a worse team. And the reason for that is your bowling team is probably going to be creating more chances. So if you're looking at percentage of drops, right, that doesn't really explain what's going on with Punjab this year. But you should actually have more drop chances because you're creating more chances. I mean, they've created a lot of chances in this part of the game, guys.
That they have. Narayan,
Narayanan.
yeah, sorry. Narayanan S says. Narayanan, yeah, because there is Narayan and Narayanan.
Yeah.
Both of those. Yeah. Narayanan 2636 says, thank you. Klaasen has been super this IPL, not talked much. I don't know.
I feel
about
like
that.
he's been talked about almost
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes, we have talked about him quite a bit. I think he's been very good. Yes, no doubt.
We talked about the fact he didn't have a sixth gear. Then we talked about the fact he might have a sixth gear.
Yeah.
Then we talked about the fact he would never go out under 30. Then we talked about the fact that one time he failed, they failed.
Yes. I think
Yeah.
Jared, it's not directed at us. It's more
No,
genuine.
but I'm saying I feel like people have. I mean, I've certainly felt it. Jeez, it
I
didn't
think
even hit
people
his
keep-
gloves. It hit him on the arm.
I think people keep talking about him because he's the only middle order batter in the run scoring list.
Yeah, that's also there.
And it's a single? A leg by, sorry. So Gander is asking us, have they subbed to the LSG school of wild swings?
God, he's actually, not only is he hitting him on the arm, he's looking the other side of where the ball is. Oh. This is what I love working with, like, with if you have a professional keeper who's like not on mic when something like this happens, they are savage, right? I'm not going to name any names, but Matt Pryor would be savage right now if you were off mic with him.
Yeah.
By the way, they do have Brad Haverton as part of their coaching setup. So
Brad Haddon, whose best wicket keeping ever, was taking the bails off with his hands and then pretending he didn't do it and claiming a bowled,
Yeah.
and then saying,
Oh,
I didn't feel it.
So Gabriel has a super chat. Top 4 6-hitters are sorry. The top 4 6-hitters are all lefties. Is it just a coincidence?
I don't know. Oh, talking about hitters,
looking at.
that is an incredible shot by Heinrich, who's just slapped Marco back over his head for 6.
Yep.
It was a really good over till that ball.
Yeah.
He's usually better in this role only, like the middle over sort of stuff.
Shera says, to be fair, that ball drifted, spun, and bounced. It was a beauty. You're a professional wicketkeeper. Is that the first time he's seen a ball drift, spin, and bounce? Like, I'm not joking. Like, people have gotten to the point now where we will come up with excuses for these guys, no matter what it is. I'm sorry. If he's a professional wicket, how old is he?
25, 26, I want to say at least.
So how many hundreds of thousands of balls has he wicket kept before in India, where the ball has drifted, spun, and bounced?
25.
And I'm
we
also sure he's a first class keeper as well, so he clearly must have seen it at some point.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
It's a good ball. So Sham Nair is asking us, hey Jared, does being a natural athlete have anything to do with physicality? Like, who would you consider a natural athlete with the wrong body type?
No, you could be athletic without a great body. Jesse Ryder was incredibly athletic, right? Inzamam al-Haq had as quick a first step as anyone. If you watch him bat, his first step was incredibly quick. Ashwin's hands, when batting and when bowling, are pretty good, right? So they're all different kinds of athleticism.
I always
But
thought
Warren
Rohit
has
was
been
quite
like
agile for a chubby
Shane
man.
Warne.
Yeah,
Rohit,
Rohit
yeah.
is another one.
Rohit's a good one.
Warne's power in his shoulders, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
But when we're talking about a fielding athlete, or specifically a ring fielding or an outfielding athlete, you're looking at how quickly can you cover. So Jesse Ryder is a very good example of someone who fielded a point for New Zealand, despite the fact he wasn't, a normal sort of, he wasn't a Jonty Rhodes build, right? But part of the reason he was so good at point is because he was reading the game beforehand, up and over again. Another 6 here from Kishan, who's played that pull shot quite a bit. To be honest, he was also dropped off it. Yeah, so some of it is how quickly you read things. And to go back to Michael Clark, especially as he got older, wasn't very quick because of his back, right? But Michael Clark, really, if you go back and watch him in the field, very quick at processing where the ball is going to go, which is a different skill than just being a great athlete, right? So there's if you go through let's think of the point fielder, right? Just for a minute. Being fast helps, right? Being able to read the ball off the bat helps. Zishan has clothed this, has he? No, he's got it over the top. Another one. 2 sixes in a row.
To be fair, Jared, he could have did straight to long on, and I'm pretty sure he'd be fine.
Might have hit long on it, just bounced off his head for 6. Maybe I'm not rude. Yeah, so you need to be able to read the ball off the bat. Then you need your first touch with your hands, right? So, as I said with Jonty, Martin Guptill, Jonty, brilliant athletes at getting to the ball. Not particularly good with their first touch from their hands, right? It doesn't always go into their hands correctly. And then the either balance or strength of arm or the combination of those two things. So that's a lot of different kinds of athleticism, right? Just being fast doesn't help you with that. You need all these different things to come to you. That's another
Okay,
6.
better.
Yep.
Ooh.
If the last one looked clothed, this one looked the opposite of clothed.
And it's
Naked?
a 50.
I was just thinking Vaishak actually hadn't bowled too bad, and he's got 18 runs in 3 balls.
Yes, for sure. Oh. His numbers wouldn't be bad before this. It's like 22 runs, I want to say.
Yeah, 21, I think. But I thought he
Yeah.
bowled okay. And
Yeah, he did.
that last one went 92 meters, okay, according to the made-up metric.
Made up magic.
So laughing at nothing is saying time for Shashank to bowl and take a wicket. We need him.
Yes,
His bowling
last
might
time
have unironically been his most impactful skill this season.
he's not battered much, no? Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why.
think he's been.
No,
bad
that's
or
what I'm
anything.
saying.
He's just not had much of a hit.
I think his best
Jared,
skill this
actually,
season
there's
is bowling.
an interesting stat on the Cricket for Comms, which is by Shiva Jayaraman. He says that UZ has created 16 catching chances this IPL, of which 8 have been dropped.
Oh, jeez.
That
There's
is
there's really no reason for the there's really no reason for a leg spinner to get dropped that much, is there? Like I can see it for a fast bowler who gets low bounce into the slips or skids onto the bat. I can't really see any reason for a wrist spinner to be having that many drops. Even a finger spinner, like you could say that the keeper might drop a few in there. They're quick. Yeah, I can't think of any reasons for that.
He has the highest catches dropped off his bowling for a minimum of 4 or more chances of the 61 bowlers. By
I'd
the way.
fucking hope he has the
Yeah, for sure. And he's not. Has he not had 2? Yeah, 2 drops and that's missed jumping as well. It's a 3 missed chances in this game itself. Well, he is not going to take wickets if you don't take the catches. I sure can confirm that.
When I played club cricket, when I would get the balls hit straight up in the air off me, I would often just turn around and go back to my mark. And eventually my teammates started noticing this, and they said, "Why?" And I said, "You don't understand. As someone who's played, like, especially when you play lower level of cricket. When I played high level of cricket, I didn't worry about it. Like, I would watch it. But when you play lower level of cricket, you expect a sky catch to be dropped." And that's kind of how I feel in the IPL now.
This is an interesting one. I will notice how I think about this when I am playing.
It's just at that level. It's like if the ball goes straight up in the air, because I think most guys who play cricket, even in club cricket, are not too bad when they don't have to think. You have to do a lot of thinking under a skied ball, right? And if you're trained as a cricketer,
Yes.
I mean, this IPL is not a good example of that, but if you're trained as a cricketer, you kind of know how to control your thinking in that situation, right?
Yeah.
If you're not trained as a cricketer and that ball goes flying up in the air, it literally should be a drop.
That's a very interesting perspective. Wow. Never thought of this. Good one. Everyone in their top 4 today has actually had a start, and that's, I mean, obviously, not to mention that the drop catches have helped, but still, some good stuff there.
Shera says here, I played a lot of tennis ball cricket. I'm always surprised by how fast the cricket ball falls from the sky. Less air resistant always puts me off. It's actually harder with tennis ball, right? Tennis ball catches are so much harder. I teach young wicket keepers with tennis balls, and I just whack them at them as hard as possible, because until you can get your hands soft with a tennis ball, as this one is pulled away again, and it's caught.
He's taken
a catch in a cricket game.
Fire him.
Arshdeep went into the wicket. Ishan played the same shot he's played over and over again, really, getting inside the line and trying to hit the up and under pull shot. And accidentally, Punjab have taken a catch.
I know Varun said it was a drop catch also.
By the way, Jared, this is the joint second worst catching efficiency for a bowler in a season.
Who's the worst?
Who's the worst?
Piyush Chawla in 2013.
Oh, okay.
That was also Punjab then.
Yeah, 40% of his catches were taken.
Oof.
What? 60% were dropped.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was the cricketer? Who was the bowler?
Piyush Chawla in
Oh,
Oh,
2013.
P.S. Chala. It's
Suresh
another leg
Raina in
spinner, to be
20
fair.
Yeah,
That's
Suresh
exactly.
Raina in 2009 as well, 50% along with Chahal.
That's fun.
So
But he
what?
couldn't
Shana,
have created as many
2023.
chances.
So what year was it? 2013.
Yes.
All right, let's have a look at his figures then, shall we?
So,
So
we
in
have Deekshana in
2013
2023 at 54.5, Bishno in 24, Bhuvi in 23, Jared.
Oh, interesting.
So
sorry.
2023, P.S. Chala takes 11 wickets, an average of 38, at an economy of
2013,
7.16.
2013.
2013.
Yeah, he said 2013.
Yeah,
not
2013.
23.
Oh, okay.
You said 23.
Yeah.
2013, P.S. Chala takes 11 wickets in 16 games, an average of 38, an economy of 7.16. I think if you take the catches, it's probably going to be his best year outside of 2009, where he was a beast.
Jared,
in
you say
2009.
wrist spinner. I think in the top 10, like 8 of them are wrist spinners.
There you go. Maybe it is just the
Yeah.
balls going up in the air and the lights then.
Okay, fair enough.
There's nothing that should make you drop them, Varun, but apparently it is. So who's the other list? Who else is there on that?
So let me just read this
Vishnu, you
out. So
mentioned.
we have Chawla 2013, Chahal 26, Raina 2009, Deekshana 2023, Bishnoi 2024, Bhuvi 2023, Rahul Chahar in 2019, Rashid Khan in 2018, Vipraj Nigam last season, Bishnoi last season.
Jesus.
Quite a few last seasons there.
It might just be disguised then. Maybe
Yeah.
because of the top spin on the ball, when there's a chance it goes higher. I mean, I can't think of any other reason.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help these guys out, but
You know what,
Good
I
over
need to
from
check the
Arshdeep as well,
opposite
by
list
the way.
now.
He's not gone for many runs, and maybe it's
Uh,
the thing with both him and Janssen, where they're pulling it back.
By the way,
after
Jared, Bravo in 2015, all his catches were taken.
What? Nice. As Rob would say, that is regulation. That should be regulation.
Yeah.
Take every catch ever.
Gotta love it.
there is. I remember. So there was this argument in Aussie rules football years ago about how often people would miss a goal from like 35 meters out straight in front. So where you're basically kicking through the ball, right? You're straight in front, so you have the perfect angle of the goal.
Okay.
And I remember this professional basketballer saying, yeah, it's ridiculous because like in basketball, we hit 75% of our free throws, right? And I was like, yeah, but 75% of your free throws is still not very high, right? Like it should be higher than 75%. You've had the ball in your hand the whole time. The whole court stops for you to shoot. So I do
Yes.
think there are things that happen in cricket that are just in sport that we just have to accept. No one's ever going to be like perfect at. Obviously, no one tell Rob about this, but for the rest of us,
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we can't really compare it across sports. I think like football
Was
would
that
also have
chance?
different efficiencies. Was it?
I don't know.
Have we missed a chance?
Which
No,
one?
it
The
was a
first
cotton
ball?
ball
Or the second?
chance.
For
This
the second one.
Oh, no, I don't think.
Nah, I don't.
I mean, it was Chahal.
So Andy,
nah.
it was catches dropped off his bowling. He wasn't the fielder.
but I think what he's also saying is, have you seen?
Yes,
his
I understood what he's saying.
That's also true. Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder if that's the case for UC also, bro. Like it can't be. I don't think he gets many cotton balls.
Yeah.
Max maybe one or two.
Have you read the article on how? I have no idea what this is.
Is
Yeah,
this
even
the marathon runner?
Save
Wait,
fueled his run.
Is that the name or is there a typo
I'm
in there?
looking it up.
I think he just ran out of characters and he's just bunched them together.
Bro, bring it up once again. I'm curious. Chahal had a great game, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that means either.
So Rudra Patel is saying all 3 drops in the top 5 verse this season.
Oh, Sebastian Saw is his name. So I think what he means is, so it was the first marathon race in history where we had someone break we had 2 people break 2 hours, right? It's quite fascinating when you look into it because and you can go back all the way in. There's a great science about how all these things work, which is that
And that's a
as
good
this is
shot.
swept away for 4
Yep.
by
This is a really good
Chahal. If you go back to like some of the great runners from the 1930s, there's a feeling that they're actually not going that much slower than the great runners of today. But the big changes are in shoe design, training, and the quality of tracks. And if you go back and look at some of the old marathon runners, and actually you look like you run, maybe not the other two guys here, but do you do any running?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So if you would know this, especially being in India more than anyone else, if the footpath isn't flat, it affects your time so much. Because you have to be very, I live in England, right, in London, so the footpaths are flat, but every second piece of concrete has at least a dent in it, right? Whereas, other parts of the world, everything's quite smooth. And so you notice it because you have to make sure that you don't hit it at the wrong angle, especially the faster you're going. So all these sorts of things play into the speeds of which people are going. And so the technology and the training is making a huge difference. That's all, I haven't read a recent article about this when it comes to the marathon runners, but I'm not surprised that with the shoe design. So I hadn't run for 10 years and I came back and bought the new shoes and I was like, I can't even feel the road anymore. Like it's completely changed, right? And I don't have a fast pair of shoes. I can only imagine what those are doing as well. So you're seeing all these things in understanding sports science, in understanding what to eat, how to load training correctly, right? Like for a marathon and everything else. And it's the same with all these other things. So the actual athleticism hasn't changed all that much, right? But what has changed is everything else. There's more research on this, I think, with the 100-meter race than anything else, but it all sort of comes into the same situation.
By the way, random note from 2014 to 2016, all of Robbie's catches were taken when he's batting. No luck whatsoever.
Charles says, Jared, you don't know Indian roads. I mean, I've been to India about 8 or 9 times. I'm pretty good at
I think
remembering
he
Indian roads.
was more like
It
exaggerating.
was more footpaths I was talking about.
I think it just means that Indian roads are like even worse in a sense where like you can't really.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So if you're running, so the better that even like traditional marathon tracks, right? If you go back to the early 1900s, you had to go high, low. There would be, a break in the concrete, all these sorts of things happen, whereas you don't have that anymore. Troll, that's literally what I'm saying. You just agree with me.
No, he is. I don't think he
No,
was.
I think
ever
he
disagreeing
always
with you.
was, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
About marathons, you guys should read the story behind the 1902 Olympics marathon.
Is that the
I
one
don't
where
know
the person cheated?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's good, isn't
The
it?
postman cheated. Oh my God, it's such a fascinating story.
There's some great stories on cheating in marathons, actually, over the years.
1902 Olympics.
Yeah, there's heaps of them. There's another one. I'm trying to remember what year it is. There's another famous marathon where a woman won it, right? And then it turned out that she hadn't run at all or something.
Whoa. Oh, 1904, sorry. Yeah.
In 1902 itself, the guy who was declared the winner, turns out he'd used the car, he'd hitched a ride on the way. He was waving at the fans or at the sort of passers-by. So when he was being awarded the medal, someone came and told that, this guy hitched a ride. They're like, you know what, I don't care about this marathon. I just was in it for the fun. And he just bounced. And that was it.
Yeah.
So, wild.
If I'd said, Jared, by the way, logic-wise, you can't really say that a drop catches being caught in the past would necessarily mean that many wickets taken because the butterfly effect would happen at each instance. No, what you can say is, I can tell you this for a fact because this is how cricket works, not the butterfly effect, as this is whacked a long way into the grandstand, is that every wicket, when you take a wicket, a new batter comes out to the crease and a new batter is much more likely to be dismissed than a set player. And that happens every single time you take a wicket. So it is much easier to bowl to a new batter than it is not to a new batter, right?
Yeah.
So
And
over a
that
long
would
period of
actually
time,
increase
you're
the
right. There are
wickets.
some butterfly effects where you 100%,
Yes.
the next guy could have come in, he could have hammered them. Very true. But over a long period of time, right? It does affect you because you're not bowling to new batters as much, and new batters are the easiest to be dismissed. Don't come to me with logic if you haven't thought through cricket.
No, Jared, I think that the way I'm thinking of it is you might even actually have better figures than just the drop catches, even if you add those drop catches as wickets, for instance. And as you said, the new batters, you might get the new batters out as well. So it
Yeah,
could
yeah,
be better
exactly.
than
I
that,
mean,
right?
you know, it's one of those things. When I was saying about the PS Chola one before, what I was saying is if he'd had a normal percentage of catches taken that year, he would have been in a vastly different situation from that. Only because it was probably still one of his best years ever. He just didn't take the wickets. So I think 7.1. Well, I've lost it now, but he was at 7.16 runs and over. He didn't have many years under 7.5. Right.
Yeah,
so that was clearly one of his best years for bowling. And if you add a good average to that, it's probably his second best year ever.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
And that's a very good shot too from Klaasen. Lovely.
That it is. Yeah, Klaasen. I think it's time for both of them to, press the accelerator and just go for it too. How many do you guys think they can make from here? 240 still on? Definitely.
Yeah, I
on?
think so.
Yeah. 250
for
is
sure.
also possible, but a bit hard. Maybe. I want to guess 240. If I have to put a number to it, I'll say 240. Let's see how it goes.
55 of 21, considering Punjab's bowling lineup, I think it's doable. They can aim for it.
Yeah, but I think maybe they can also pull it back a bit. And sometimes, like let's say if a couple of wickets fall here, there's no guarantee that they make 250 is what I'm saying. I would go with 240 here.
Fair. Let's see.
What's your prediction then, bro? You also go for it.
Let me say 250. Maza to aega. Like I want some fun. If Arya and Prabhashan are going to go hammer in tongs, I don't want the game to end in the power play.
Well, they're hitting every single ball to mid-wicket at this stage, so they're going to need to start missing mid-wicket to get up to 245 or 250.
Yeah.
Fair.
2 sixes in this over, to be fair. No, Klaasen is back. He's going to get the orange cap soon. Again, this has been such a unique season where we've got...
I mean, his strike rate's 156, right?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Jared. Like, this is such a unique list of the top run getters if you just look at the top 5 or even the top 10.
Another one here, straight to the field. Well, not straight to the fielder, but to the sweeper. So 3 balls there where they tried to whack them, and 3 balls where they only got 4 runs. So just a little bit of a slowdown at the end of that over. 199 for 3 after 17.
Excuse me. Yeah, basically, Jared, I think it was Vaibhav Suryavanshi who was the first guy this season to get to 400 runs, and he's a hitter. So that's the thing which has been, both Varun and I, we've been like really fascinated with the fact that how come it's the hitters that are actually topping the run charts also this year.
Wonder what the most runs Marco Janssen's ever gone for in a game is.
I would imagine he has a couple more games like these, at least in the in this ballpark.
Versus Gujarat Titans 22, when he conceded 20 of the last over to hand GT.
Is it the Rashid and
this
guy? Tewatia game?
Yeah. I think he went for a
few. That was hilarious.
Lockie is coming back for his last one. Slower ball. Where are we?
Oh, around the wicket. Interesting.
Yeah, so Jared, this is his second most expensive, like for a 4-over quota. But
It's
actually, guess
it's his third game over 60. But he's only had 3.
Guess his more expensive game, but Jared.
Right, I don't need to.
53 and 2.5 overs.
Versus New Zealand, yeah.
Yes.
I suppose he didn't bowl out.
Yes, 2.5. That's what I'm saying.
So what's he gone at? 15, 15, 15, 18.
18.7, yeah.
Just seeing if there's anything else, yeah.
There's a 39 and 2 overs in 2025. Actually, finally against Sunrisers. So from last season, basically. There's a 45 and 3.
Oh, yeah, I see that. So he's had a couple. Not too many, though. Not too many for someone who's played 150 games.
Yeah. This is, I think...
Meanwhile, 50 for Klaasen there. Well played.
32 balls again, though.
Yep. He has his template, I suppose, for this year set.
Well, I feel like today he's tried to hit it harder. Look, he's a perfect example. He's just thrown the bat up in the air. So he's hit that to mid-off, He's just frustrated. He's just not coming off the middle of his bat. He's hit heaps of those balls out to mid wicket, 1 or 2 bounces
That he has.
to the fielder.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I don't
he's
think it's
pissed.
anchoring it per se. Yeah, I don't think he's anchoring per se, but it just feels like, I think in an interview also he was talking about how he wants to get himself in for like the first 10 balls. It's the sort of thing which that AB also used to do, Jared, back in the day, where like he wouldn't quite go from ball one, but when he said he knows he can go and hit every single ball. He hasn't been at that gear this season. I know Klaasen hasn't had that gear, but we know potentially he can do that, right? So he just wants to play himself in a bit, and then he knows what he can really do. Today, it's not coming off for him. And that's fair. Wonder what his attack percent today would be. Probably.
I think it would be on the high side. It's just that it's not come off.
55
Like,
maybe? Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. 50, 55, 60-ish.
yeah,
I'm
fair.
guessing. I don't know the exact number. Where is Varun? I wonder. He has completely hosted us.
Wide there.
To be fair,
Basically, since the
Kishan also
time you
had
two said that they were going to score masses of runs, they haven't looked like scoring
Exactly.
any runs.
This has
I think
happened.
last overs will be bowled by Arshdeep and Vaishak, so all still not lost, I would say. I'm still
250 is not
hoping.
happening, bro. Give up.
250 is difficult. I'm still hoping for 2 big overs. That's it.
I am also hoping for 2 big overs, bro. I need the 240.
Oh, he's finally got some timing on that, but
Yeah, I think it's the. Did it take his hand?
he
Loki's
might
hand?
have.
Mhm.
They're only going to get a single for it again, though.
Exactly. Loki's looked much better today as well, by the way. Okay. Who was the other bowler who also had a drop chance of his bowling? Was it Loki or was it?
Loki.
No,
Yeah.
Loki dropped one. Loki didn't have a chance to
No,
drop. I have a
Cooper,
feeling that-
Loki was the bowler too.
Lucky off the pull shot, wasn't it?
Yeah. Cooper only dropped off Loki's bowling.
Oh yeah, but Loki himself also dropped the catch.
Yep.
Yeah, Loki.
Oh,
dropped
wait,
the
we've
catch.
got one. We've got one away. Into the crowd.
Indeed.
Nice.
Big slog across the line by Reddy. He's batted okay.
Oh, he's been good. No doubt.
Ooh, played, lad, played. 13 of that over.
Well, the way he's playing, at a certain point, he's going to start gunning for a spot in the national team as well, I think. Especially if Hardik has a regression and everything. I know, obviously, just too early yet, but if he improves, he's
Did
working
you
on
guys
his bowling,
speak
clearly,
about,
he's getting his pace up.
I mean, before I came, Shan, did you and Varun speak about the MI Hardik thing that's going on, that's supposedly going on?
No, we didn't really speak about it.
Is
no,
there
but
drama?
Yes, there is some
There
drama.
apparently
definitely going
is
on
a
there.
lot of drama going around. Like apparently it's not injury. Like injury isn't the reason why he isn't playing. He's not even traveled to Raipur as we speak, which
He
is
has
where
not
they play
travelled
the
to
next
Raipur,
game.
yes. That is a fact. I was reading Vijay Tagore's article in the Crickbuzz.
Exactly, yeah.
itself.
Same.
I think the way he put it was, I'm trying to find it.
Did I say anything about Reddy to prove me wrong? Like I'm lost. I might have, but I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, so the way Vijay Tagore puts it is, with the team losing and Pandya not exactly firing with bat or ball, there is an element of doubt if there is more to his absence than injury.
One second, let me. He tweeted something, not just the article. In the article, of course, he'll have to keep it a lot more diplomatic because it's on
Correct.
Crickbuzz. So
Yeah.
let me see what he tweeted.
And he's an experienced journal, right? So I think
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
also at least go by what he's saying fairly reliably.
Have you guys just checked this? Apparently, even
Yeah,
Sky
he's
is not
also
there
not
for the
there.
RCB.
Yes, he's
Oh,
not
okay.
there either.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I want
Maybe
to say
they
that's
didn't send a
because-
team.
No, I want to say I think Sky is on paternity leave or something of that sort. I don't think this is confirmed, by the way, but I think that's what I saw on Twitter. Not sure how true.
Yeah,
it
it's
is, but-
purely personal is what he's tweeted. Vijay Tagore.
Oh, that's a
about
flaw. Wow.
There it is. 240 is going to happen, bro. I'm telling you.
Ah, yes. Yes, I did say
You
that.
said he can't play.
You said he
pace.
couldn't play pace because he was on our numbers the
couldn't
worst
play
player
pace.
against pace.
Yeah, he couldn't play pace.
Yes, Pratik. We're very sorry. We won't say things that are very obvious in the future that we have lots of information on. He wasn't just bad against pace. He was the worst player of the players who'd faced a lot of balls in the IPL.
It's this season that he's actually improved his.
He's
pace.
been really
I
good
think
this
he
year, a
actually-
few times.
We mentioned it even in the piece. Did we not,
Correct.
Jared? In one of the power rankings, I 100% remember that.
he's improved his pace and his game versus pace. So that's
Oh,
a
yes,
lot, man.
that-
That's really a lot.
Yes, exactly.
What just happened there?
IPL.
I'm still waiting for the ball, so let's see what's happened.
Okay. Yes.
Um, Reddy.
Oh my word. Oh,
Yeah, so I think we have his pace numbers here. So
Yeah, he's
last,
what? He's averaging 24 at 162 versus pace and 74 at 180 versus spin this season. So he has gotten better, but yeah.
so
He's
last
still going
season he
out
was
to it a
at-
lot, though, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think if he could keep a strike rate, if he can average 25 at a strike rate of 160, because he's so good against spin, that's all he has to do.
yeah.
'Cause
yeah,
that's what
true.
we're kind of saying in the video, right? We just needed him to get to a level where he's not a negative. And he was a
Yeah.
massive negative before this year.
Yeah. He was 74 of 62 balls and got out thrice last season, by the way, against pace. To be
I
fair,
mean,
his
he did-
first season is interesting, Varun. Against pace, I wonder if I'm looking at this right. Okay, no, I'm so sorry. I think I made the opposite mistake. I actually looked up his spin numbers. 1 second.
Yeah, last
Sorry,
season he
sorry.
didn't hit either of
Yeah,
them.
my bad. Yeah. Last season was a second season blues. I think that's fair. But yeah, even in his first year, where he actually had a
Now we're talking about
solid
Reddy.
starting year. Yeah, he was at 24 average at a strike rate of 117 versus pace in 2024. Last
Yeah.
year, 108 of 91.
Yeah, so
by
coming in
5
in 2024 and 2025 against pace, he was averaging 23 at a strike rate of 117. We apologize for bringing you those numbers.
I still don't think he's a finisher.
No,
Like,
probably
He's
not.
probably a
No.
number 5.
Bro, the thing is, right now he's still young, no? So he can actually develop into whatever he wants to be.
Yeah,
I
of
think
course.
The thing is, he kind of needs to work out what works best for him with the teams and everything, right?
I think he has this
SRH.
season a bit, right?
No, yeah, this season he's been solid, no doubt. He's still going out to pace, as you guys were saying this year.
So this season, against good length and back up the length, he's made 21 runs in 30 balls and he's been dismissed twice.
Whoa. Okay.
So
Some of that I
very-
assume is that Lucknow game. Remember where they had that early collapse, and they were like just not able to score a run, and then later on both of them started hitting and got out at the wrong time, like at the exact wrong time where they could have actually pushed and even challenged
so
LSG, considering it went so deep.
he's played the short ball well, but he's gotten out to it, which
Okay.
makes sense. And the slot balls and these fuller length balls, he's fine. So yeah,
Nice.
I think I don't
Makes
mind this necessarily, like because he's again, as we said, he's so good versus spin.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a very good 90th over by Arshdeep. Just 10. So
Nice.
very good job.
Well, 250 is not happening, is it?
They just got stuck. Basically, from the moment you guys said it, it was like the air went out of the
Jared,
ball.
240 is on. 240 is on. I'm telling you, 2 sixes in this over, and it's on.
Well, Vaishak's
We just
bowling.
need a
And he has
Yorker
gone
to
for
bowl
sixes
Wicket.
today. It just looks like the air's out of the ball. That last ball again.
Ooh, yes.
Look at it. It's barely even got to the fielder.
I mean,
Yes,
if
yes,
this is a
exactly.
new ball wicket and Arya and Prab go nuts, they could make a 100-run power play,
Yeah.
and then Shreyas will just control it, right? Again, as they always have done this
The
season.
template chase. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, I just saw Praful Hinge warming up along with Saqib Hussain. If it's Praful Hinge and not Harsh Dubey or Harshal, boy oh boy is that power play going to be something if Praful bowls to Priyansh Arya and
To be
Praful.
fair-
This is the kind of game you want Harshal Patel, though, right? Because this is the big score, and he can just
Yeah.
Get hit
I
and
get
take
that, but
wickets.
Jared, do you want him to bowl in the power play though?
I mean, I don't want any of them to bowl on the power play. But
Here's the thing, if they don't go with Dubey, low key, I would just bowl Abhishek first over, just to bait Arya.
Oh, that's an
Low
interesting
key.
one. I like that.
Low
I
key.
like that.
If you pick
But I
Dubey, bowl
would
him
def-
to Arya.
Agreed. But Abhishek to him is that's probably a bit much. Klassen's just not been able to.
oh,
access it.
wait! He's got this
What a
one.
shot that is.
Yes,
Launches
yes.
over, extra cover for 6. Good shot, this one.
I
you
need
guys
one
done
more
this?
six, guys.
No.
Okay, so September-born Indian is saying neither wickets falling nor runs stopping, and Marco clearly having a bad day. I don't understand what else circumstances the cap turns to a sixth bowler. That is a very fair point.
I think I don't think early on there was much reason to do it, only because this might sound weird, but it's actually been dying off a little bit throughout the innings, right? Other than the Vaishak over, and those couple of overs towards the death, they haven't really been getting out of control. So I can see why, if you're a captain, you're thinking this is a good wicket. I think the time to bowl him, Shashank, was probably when they were actually bowling okay, and they weren't getting hit every single over. But also, I think this is a surface that maybe him bowling slower might have helped on. Sometimes you just kind of have to try something like that. So I think that when you're looking at it, you're sitting there going, well, they've scored 230, right? If you're the captain, I think, and you're out there, you think there must have been a point where you thought they were going to score 270 or 280. So you feel like you actually are pulling back the score.
Yeah.
It's a very different. I know it sounds weird, but I think this is a new way that captains think about these things in the impact sub era. Just because teams go so wacky in the power play, and you end up spending all your time pulling back, you're not going to use your sixth bowler in the power play, right? Well, hopefully not.
Exactly.
Well, certainly not once the power play started. You might use them for the first one.
And that's a 4. Sorry, Rudra
Got your
Patel is
boundaries
asking,
here, Cheyenne?
Yep, I'm almost getting there. 240.
do we know the average catching efficiency in baseball?
It'd be pretty high. They wear fucking big gloves on their hands. No, I don't know what it is. Remember though, most baseball catchers are skiers, and you've got a big glove on your hand. It's actually, I don't know if you've ever played it with baseball. It's really hard to drop the ball. Once you get into a rhythm with it, it's very, very hard to drop the ball. So yeah, it's much easier. But you certainly see drop catches. There's some, famous ones, of course. They don't get edges, because edges are foul balls. They also don't get as many what they would call line drives, what we just call power hits straight at you. Generally, the ball goes up.
Baseball best drop catches. Baseball best catches. I'm going to look up both tonight.
Best catches without a glove. If you
So-
look at that in
Best catches
baseball, you'll
without-
see some of the most boring
without
catches you've ever seen that cricketers would
Yeah,
yawn
dude,
at.
best catches without a glove. Worst drop
So
catches
Vibhor
as well.
Seth is asking is what is the acceptable strike rate for anchors in 2026? 165.
Well, yeah.
185.
So 165 is the average strike rate for a top 3 batter, assuming that's where your anchor bats. On average, that's where you'd land on.
So just looking at the overs, the person before, he was talking about the sixth bowler. So out of the power play, 7, 8, 13, 11, 6, 10, 13. All of those, I think Punjab thought they were within control. Plus they had, 3 catches dropped in that period and a stumping miss.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah,
Vaishak
yeah.
over where he gets whacked for 21,
Yep.
right? And that stage, it's very hard to bring on your sixth bowler.
Yeah.
So they did have to. I'm not sure where they would have committed to that bit earlier on, and that's why you end up in a situation like this.
Yeah, that is true. And actually, Jared, in the 2 overs after that, they pulled it back, sort of. No,
That's what I
think it
mean,
was the
like-
sweep from the
yeah.
dish that broke free.
Why is there a hold up? What's happening?
Yeah, that's what even I was gonna ask. Why is the last ball?
He's
not
taking his
ball?
helmet off.
So
fine.
Andy is asking us how big a
Ooh.
failure
Highlight again. Oh my
Wait.
word.
sorry. How big a failure of man management would it be if Emma have to move on from Pandya? What would you want back in a Pandya trade? Wait. Oh wow.
Heinrich
1-6.
has scooped this up in the air, should be
No.
caught at long off, and surprisingly, he
Finally
is.
catch him.
You should have said,
Finally
Jared,
catch
should be dropped, and it is a catch. 235. Okay, I was 5
He's
runs off the
accidentally
mark.
taken a catch.
Accidentally taken a catch. 5 runs off the
So-
mark. Okay, I'll take that.
So Jared, what would you want back in a Pandya trade?
It's so tough. The problem with the Pandya trade is there really isn't another Pandya out there, and I know we're
Yes.
looking at a guy who's not far off him, but even so, doesn't replicate the bowling, right?
Correct.
At this stage in his career, anyway. But then you also you have to allow for the fact that whatever you trade him for, if he has a big year, you look like a fucking dick, right?
Mm.
And I know that sounds silly, but you kind of do, because you don't want to be in a situation where you take back. I'm trying to think. You don't want to be in a situation where you take back. I don't know who would they trade him to? Give me a team they might trade him to.
Everyone.
KKR?
Okay, let's.
So the
try
question is, what
KKR.
do Mumbai need? Let's go with that.
Well, if it's me, I would probably try and trade him for what? Jaiswal and Luhan Dare
Yeah,
Pretorius?
that's what I think. That's what I was thinking of. Like, I
Nice,
think
I like
Ara
that.
could tempt Jaiswal back.
Yeah.
Like, there is a trade that can make that happen.
I've got
Yeah,
Luhan as my
Mumbai.
backup
I
for
like-
Rickleton, and I've got Jaiswal for the next 10 years. I don't have to worry about the opening spot, right?
Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Yes.
does Rajasthan go for that? And mind you, Rajasthan hasn't had an all-rounder in like a million fucking years.
Also, but why? Like the Jaiswal one is the tricky bit. No, would Rajasthan want to leave Jaiswal? Like,
Maybe
how-
not, but
Is that obviously is that making
It's,
them
I
better?
think it's
in
less
any way?
about they might not want to leave him, but they can't keep him. They can't keep all of them for sure, right? At some point, Rajasthan will have to release someone.
No, of course. That's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
if
So
it's a
someone
trade,
said-
let's say it's a trade for
so
next
someone
season.
said that Rajasthan would not trade Jaiswal for Pandya. Have a look at who they have at the moment and what their system is, right? It doesn't have to be Jaiswal. What I'm saying is it has to be a player where you think you are getting a genuine upside from it, right? Because Hardik could go next year and average 40 at a strike rate of 180 and take a bunch of wickets. You have to make sure wherever he's going, you're getting a player that gives you at least a position that you don't have to worry about. Jaiswal, we don't even know what Jaiswal's ceiling is at the moment. So that's the kind of players that you are looking for in a trade like this. I'm not saying specifically Jaiswal. What I am saying is that you don't want a player, you don't want to trade him for Shivam Dubey type player. It has to be that level above where you know that this person's going to be playing for quite a while. And both teams are taking a bit of a risk in the trade. Because I think anyone who's taking Hardik Pandya at the moment is taking a risk. But if you're Rajasthan and you have all these younger guys coming through and you can put an all-rounder in with them, suddenly that team's much better, right? Like you have that ability, and Mumbai have an opener for the next 10 years, right? So that's the kind of trade you're looking for. Anyway, we're going to take a break
The other
here.
thing is, sorry,
Oh, no, we're
before we
not.
go, the other thing is, if Jaiswal wants to go, can RR stop him?
That's a great question. That's
Yeah.
the
I
one
was thinking that if I'm Jaiswal and I've got all these other guys around, all these other younger players around me, and I want to go back to Mumbai, you can win me over here.
Yeah, like they could easily offer him captaincy.
Anyway, we'll be back in a few minutes for the denouement of this game. Cricket has never finished at the close of play. It lives in the arguments, the memories, the comment sections. Cricket makes you talk. Combox is entering that chat.
The Crick Picks. I'm Varun and I'm joined by Saurabh and Shayan as always. Today's episode of Crick Picks is on the best IPL batters in history, where we just list them in order for 18 names, 5 each. And for those of you who are not familiar with the snake style draft, the order goes 1, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 1. Today's order is Saurabh, Shayan, and then me. So last week would be the bowling one which went out. So just so the best IPL batters would just be the natural direction. So Saurabh, you have the first pick. Take us away.
AB de Villiers.
Of course it
The
is.
least surprising first pick in this one at least. So yeah, I mean if we had Rob Barron on the show, I would have gone for a different South African, just so that we would get 5 minutes of high quality diss. But since there's no Rob, sorry Rob, I can't pick Jacques Kallis. It's AB de Villiers.
Yeah, I think it makes sense, doesn't he? He was so good as an IPL batter. Sorry. He has plenty of seasons. We saw the best of him. We saw where the IPL was for RCB, wasn't it? Like I think they tried their best to not use him well at times, but he's still accidentally doing well for them. So that's how good he was, right?
Yeah, I mean he had no weakness, right? Like you could basically stick him into any phase against any type of bowling and he would find a way. It's not there was no one set method that troubled him throughout his career or something. There were phases where you could say, okay, leg spin or something, but it was never a big chunk of time where something troubled him. He was just so good, such a quick eye, such fast hands, lovely balance, everything. He just was the batter you would build in a lab if you're building one for T20 cricket.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
completely
So
agree
his
with you.
true values are a true average of 17 and a true strike rate of 19.
Yeah,
I actually think his numbers, unflatter him a bit, if that makes sense. Like these are outstanding numbers. Like a true average 17, he's averaging 17 more than people who faced a similar distribution of overs over his entire career. Same thing with true strike rate of 19. He's striking 19 higher than people who have faced the same. And I still think that is less than what the greatness that he had.
Yeah, I think I also agree with you more or less that like AB de Villiers, I also had him first, of course. I will say one thing that perhaps against spin, especially against I think some of the best spinners, he didn't always have the best numbers, but like it's absolute nitpicking. If you're going into it, then that is the sort of nitpicking that you have to do. There is obviously there's two other guys who I also believe have a case to be first, but I would have also gone with AB as my number one pick. And pace bowling, I don't think we've seen a better pace hitter in my lifetime, and someone who's also as technically skilled, right? Like I think Jared gave the example in Art of Batting of how him and Kohli, when somebody saw them in the nets in RCB, like you could tell that Kohli was very hardworking and he was a really good player and all of that, and yet AB de Villiers was like a level or two above him. Kohli himself said, I think once, that AB de Villiers is like 5 levels above me or something like that, and also just the fact that you remember those pandemic times, right? When he was not playing any cricket, he was not playing international cricket, but he would just walk back into the IPL and be the best batter for RCB by a mile. So that is the greatness of the man. I think even if he wanted to, perhaps he could have stretched for a couple more years in the IPL. I remember definitely being really, really upset when he retired. Like I definitely had tears and everything. Like he is one of those players who's really personal to me as well. So yeah, absolute legend, icon of the game, and had to be the first pick. I will go with Chris Gale as my second pick. I think not a whole lot of debate. I mean, the guy who I expect to be picked third also has really good numbers. But I will just go with Chris Gale simply because of what he did in the IPL from 2011 to 2013, right? Like he was not even in the auction in 2011, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Saurabh. He came in as a replacement pick, and he just lit up the IPL for those 3 years. So if you look at his all-time numbers, he had a true average of 12 at a true strike rate of 31. So on paper, those numbers are even better than AB de Villiers. Also, his impact per innings is 6.28. So he had the ability to change the par score by 6.28 runs for every single innings. And we know that he had the ability to take his time at the start, but then he could really, once he knew what he was doing, he could hit almost every ball six. And he's played, obviously you can argue he's played the best innings in the IPL, right? We picked that as the, Varun didn't pick that as the first one, but that went in next as the best IPL innings of all time with good reason. I mean, scoring that rate back then, just I think it tells us about the greatness of the man in this format. Even when he was, past his best, I would say he had a couple of really good seasons for Punjab Kings. And we know that this is the sort of player who is ruthless against both pace and spin. Like if you have Chris Gale set after the power play, in the middle overs, it is just going to be carnage, right? Because this guy is just going to keep hitting sixes over and over again. One of the smartest T20 batters, I would say, because he knew who to take on when. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it on me from Gale.
Yeah, that's
For Gale.
the intelligence is partly because of his red ball background, isn't it? Because he's a test
Exactly.
opener. There's a,
Yeah.
I think I was recently watching a clip where he's like, he's facing Munaf Patel in the first over. He just leaves the first 4 balls and then he hits six or something, right? It's that sort of thing he can do. He's like, so Shayan, on the true values. So from 2011 to 2013, true average of 36, true strike rate of 50. so that peak he has for RCB is something which we've never seen
genuinely
any batter
believe,
do in the IPL.
That peak
Yeah,
Chris Gale is
that is
better
the
than
peak.
any other IPL batter. Not even
Yes,
AB de Villiers
yeah,
comes close
easily.
to that. Yeah.
That's
Easily,
true.
yeah.
I mean, AB de Villiers is the best batter the IPL has seen, but peak Chris Gale is the best peak the IPL has ever seen. And he was actually a replacement player in 2011, as Shayan said. So Dirk Nannes he was unsold in the auction, and Dirk Nannes had been picked for, I think, 550 or 650 USD. That time prices were in USD. He had bowled like a wicket maiden against Mumbai Indians. And in that match is when he pulled up with a side strain. And that is how they got in. And an absolute RCB tradition was established. You lose a strike bowler, but the guy you get in is a explosive batter. So it was very clearly, batting, flamboyance, and all that heavy from that point on.
True.
And both the stories of how Gale came on board and why AB didn't play beyond 2021, you might get to know later in the year. I'll not say more now.
Yes, I will be excited to read that. And just with Chris Gale, the other thing is he also came in as a replacement player, right? And we also know who is the other RCB player who came in as a replacement and changed their fortunes completely. Rajat Patidar, 2022.
Yeah.
So RCB have a history
So
when it
the
comes
only
to
thing
that as
is,
well.
Rajat was with RCB the previous year,
He was,
and
yeah.
and
2021 he was.
he was expecting to be picked back, but he wasn't. And then when there was an injury, they brought him back.
Correct. For losing
Whereas
support,
with
yeah,
Gale, it was a more high-profile omission
Yeah.
in the sense that he didn't have a outstanding 3 seasons with KKR, but he was not bad, and he was still Chris Gale, and there was still that ceiling that was there that was very evident. So it was a surprise when he was not picked in the auction, but then
Hey, sorry, you say he didn't have a great season, but in 2010 he averaged 32 at a record of 159 for KKR. So
How many innings?
no.
he plays 9 innings.
No, I was
Also,
talking
like,
about
you could correct
not
me.
the great season. I was talking about the whole block of 3 years that he had.
Yeah, 3
8,
years.
9, 10.
That's no, it isn't playing 8, so I think that's the other
Oh.
thing. Yeah. So sorry, I was just about to ask. Wasn't there like an issue with NOCs with West Indies Cricket
Yeah,
Board,
yeah,
which is why he wasn't picked or something like that?
No, so it wasn't exactly like that. It was at that time the West Indies Cricket Board had I think informally or formally announced that he would be part of their team. West Indies earlier season used to be April, May, right? Before the IPL was there. Now they don't play cricket in April and May, but earlier they used to because that is a good season to play in the Caribbean, home season. So they were going to pick him in the West Indies team. And then so none of the franchises picked him because they were like, he's not going to be available, so there's no point wasting an overseas slot and a lot of budget on a guy who's not going to be available. So nobody picked him in the auction. And then West Indies went ahead and didn't pick him in the team because he was having a tiff with the board. So suddenly Gale was left without anything to play during that time. So that's how he happened to be available. And because he was available at that time, West Indies had also not picked him. So eventually they had to still give the NOC for him to be able to come and play the IPL. But it was not as if the NOC was a problem beforehand. I mean, it might have been an issue beforehand and they were not clear whether he would get it or not, which contributed to teams being a little wary about picking him. But what happened is that, IPL sides didn't pick him thinking he won't be available. Either he'll be picked or he'll not get an NOC. And then West Indies, just because of their tiff with him, didn't pick him.
That makes sense. So I have 2 picks in a row now.
Yeah.
So I'll obviously be going with, again, 2 open goals here. I'm going David Warner and Suresh Raina. That's my number 3 and 4. Right. So yeah, like as Shayan was saying, like with the top 3, I know all of us have AB, but if someone told me, I think Gale is the greatest IPL batter, Warner is the greatest IPL batter, I wouldn't really have any issues with it. It's almost a bit like with the ODI in the top 4, isn't it?
I would have minor issues with them, but I would let it go.
Yeah, but it's I don't think it's not far-fetched, right? It's, for example, if someone was like, Rohit Sharma is the greatest IPL batter of all time, I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Am I just hearing that correctly? So, but that isn't the case. And I think with Suresh Raina, he's by some distance the greatest playoff batter we've ever seen, right? And he's still the greatest playoff batter after being shit for 10 games. 10 playoff games in a row, right? Till like 2014, what was it? 7 fifth season, 14 playoff games, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right? So I think he's definitely, and David Warner has 5 seasons where he's averaging over 45 at a record of 140, and he made 500 runs in every single one of those seasons. So he was anchoring at a rate we had never seen up till that point. So both of them had done things in very different ways, and both of them were very integral to their teams, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Warner's true stats are also actually very similar to AB's in a sense.
Correct.
True average of 13, true strike rate of 19, which makes sense with the.
We love the game, but we love the stories. Fans have stories. Former players have stories. Journalists have stories as well. Combox brings them all together. The game lives on. The game lives on as Pat Cummins is guided down to backward point for 1 by Prab Simran.
Who was the impact sub, by the way?
You are. Travis Head has come out. Where's my playing 11? Travis Head came out, and for coming in is Arshdeep. Thought I saw him out on the ground. Yeah, and and Chahal is out, but I can't see who he's out for. Can you?
Must be Priyansh.
Yeah, that makes sense. This one is hit again to the sweeper out in the offside. Why can't I see Priyansh in this list? Was Priyansh? Okay, I don't understand, but yeah, that makes sense. Let's go with that for now. Yes, Priyansh is definitely in the scorecard.
Oh, so this is the Hardik one. So word permiss is saying Pandya for green, Harshit and a combo of paces. I think you're overselling him there.
You know what? I would take Harsh and green for him.
No, that's what I mean. I don't think he's worth Harshit green and more seamers for that trade.
Oh no, I want an extra player. I want a third, like, younger project player.
That's fair. But I don't think you can do green and Harshit for him, Jared. I wouldn't trade Harshit for him at this point. So green and other younger players I'm more than happy with.
What about Pandya for Rishabh?
That is the worst trade I think ever.
Can we make
both teams loose?
Can we make both teams angry, or fan bases angry at the same time? There is something to be said of that, though. Like, from a perspective of both of these players are probably going to be better in the next couple of years. That's what I was trying to get at before with the trade. You don't want to be in a situation where you make the trade and it doesn't really go anywhere. But they're probably both going to be better players, you would hope, in the next the next 3 years than they have been in the last 3 years. As Deep Point is the only fielder on the ground at the moment, right? So if that is the case, is it worth just going, like both teams going, let's just do a second chance with both these guys and just see what happens?
Yeah, I think Mumbai could also get Raghuvanshi into their side in that trade if they want to. Could you do Harshit and Raghuvanshi and someone else maybe in that trade for Hardik?
If Hardik goes in that trade to Kolkata, they actually have a player who can play spin, right?
Yeah, theoretically.
It's a big swing and a miss here by Priyansh as he plays a pull shot.
So Bart is saying maybe MI can hire Nico Harrison to execute the Hardik Pandya trade. He's a professional scapegoat and might as well spread his wings to other sports. So I have no idea who that is.
That's the man who traded Luka Doncic.
I don't know who that is either.
You don't know who Luka Doncic is?
No.
It's one of the most famous trades in sports history. Well, it's the modern trade that is the worst trade. Yeah, it was a terrible trade. And Nico Harrison quite rightly lost his job for it. Not only was it wasn't just a bad trade because they lost a good player. It was especially bad, Varun, because essentially what he did is he knew that if anyone found out they were going to trade him, as this is up in the air. Oh my God, and it's caught!
He's out
on the boundary, and it's West thrown over the boundary. Oh my God, who was that?
Is that Ishan Malinga?
It might have been Ishan Malinga. He's taken the catch well, diving to his left. He's then thrown it up in celebration, and for no reason at all, he threw it backwards towards the boundary.
What do you call it? The good areas curse has struck again, Jared. The moment I wrote a piece about these two, Priyansh has gotten out in the first over.
I haven't even finished rewriting the piece yet. You're going to have a look at the piece and then tell me if we keep doing it. Anyway, he's gone out. But what a fascinating moment as he just caught the ball. He's fine with it until he throws it back behind his head directly towards the boundary. Pat Cummins isn't watching this, by the way. He doesn't notice. I know Ishan Malinga definitely did because he ran back. Okay, so why this trade was particularly bad, this Nico Harrison trade, right, is because he knew that the fan base would turn on him because he was trading away like one of the biggest stars in the league and someone who was beloved in Dallas. And so he purposely did it as quietly as possible, right? Which means instead of getting all the best offers, he just took the first offer that was available from a friend of his. And it's a terrible offer. Like, they could have got so much more if they just put him out on the market. Like, if you want to trade him, fine, make your decision, but do it properly. It's like the worst
what
of
would
all
be-
cases.
So Doc Alchemist, in the piece I was writing, I actually did find this out, that he does not like high pace back of the length or good length.
Yeah. Something that we've been looking at. Nitesh Reddy's in. This might be out as well.
Oh my God,
Well, this
this might be
game
out.
is about
Oh.
to go in a funny direction. Is it going to be caught by... Oh, Cummins almost hurt
Oh,
himself
he's
there.
taking it. All right,
He's-
that's the game done.
He's caught the ball and he's hit his head on the ground a little bit, but he's not. It's not like the Ngidi one, but it was a big knock. And they are 4 for 2 after 1.1 overs. All right.
Yeah. So Karthik is saying opinion on Chinnaswamy and back to Narendra Modi Stadium for the finals.
I don't know what does he mean by this? Sorry.
So the finals are being held at Narendra Modi Stadium, whereas in actuality it should have been Bangalore because they won last year. I think it's
Oh,
because
okay.
the MLAs wanted tickets or something. That's the reason that was given, but they would have found any reason to move it to Ahmedabad.
I don't think they really. I think Chinnaswamy might have. I don't think Chinnaswamy will be hosting too many more IPL
No, but
games.
that's not why they moved it, Jared. They moved it because the
No, but I'm just
Karnataka
saying-
MLAs wanted it.
But if you've got a
With tickets,
movement
I
in both,
believe.
like when these sorts of things happen, let's say
Mhm.
if that was Wanketi, that's probably a harder thing to move it away from. You've got no ownership group putting any pressure on you because you've got a sale going on at the moment. You've got a stadium where there was like deaths at last year. That is not particular. Do you know what I mean? There's just too many things kind of against it. Anyway, short, wide, cut by Shreyas Iyer for 4.
Oh.
There we go. Let me put all my notes in on all my various batters that are already out.
So Gander is saying, can we scam our way into offloading Pant? He's an LSG fan, I believe.
How about for Hardik Pandya?
Yeah, that's the next trade. We're all laughing at nothing, saying Pandya for Pant and Mayank Yadav.
Oh, I like that.
Mhm.
If I'm Mumbai, do I take that? Probably not.
Nah, it just isn't worth it. Like Pant is just, I think his stocks have just declined rapidly.
What I really want is Sanju Samson or Jaiswal opening the batting for Mumbai,
Yeah.
right?
I think they can do Pandya for Jaiswal. I can see a universe where that happens.
I think Mumbai has to throw something else in though. And I'm not sure if Mumbai have anything else.
Mm. Yeah, fair.
But we don't really see trades like this. So
Do they throw
Okay.
Robin Mins and Jared?
they should definitely do that. Okay, let's go to Rishabh. What do you do with Rishabh? You can't trade him for nothing.
I would just release it and release him and forget the nightmare ever happened.
How do
Because
you...
here's the thing, Jared. If you trade him, someone has to buy him for 27 crores, don't they?
Yeah, you might be right, actually. I'm not sure how that works.
You have to release him. Oh, this is not a
Do you
bad
know what you
idea,
need?
so-
Do you know what you need? I can tell you how to get rid of a Namandir. I wouldn't get rid of Namandir. It's his first down season. I can tell you how to get rid of Rishabh, but it's not going to happen. Rishabh is the ideal player for a situation where there's a new franchise coming in. As a new franchise comes in, Rob Barron.
Hello.
We're just trying to work out how to trade Rishabh Pant. And what we were saying is he's the ideal player, Rob, if there's a new expansion league team come in, because they need a big name, right? And he still will get bums on seats. And you bring him in and you're like, yeah, we got Rishabh Pant. And then after 3 years, everyone's like, why did we think that was a good idea? But you can imagine why new owners would be like, that's a good player to start with if we can't get another big name player.
Shreyash is saying, Hardik for 3 Lucknow's domestic seamers. They have excess of them and we can finally be spared from number 8 Shami and Mumbai can move on from Chahar and Paul. I don't think that's enough.
It's Avesh is the first one you're offloading. But who else are you offloading? You can't offload any of the good ones.
You're not gonna offload Mayank. The upside is too high. Prince has been your best bowler.
Okay, no. What if it's Avesh and Mayank?
It
Rob,
could, but
are you doing that trade? Hardik Pandya for Mayank and Avesh.
Yeah, but if you
I
why
want
are you doing
Hardik Pandya out of that trade, please. Yeah, 100%. No question. Balances the team a lot better. Avesh is going for 15 and over every game. And Mayank plays
May not play
6 overs a season.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that's enough for Hardik, though. That's my issue.
Because when Mayank turned up 4 runs, when Mayank turned up 2 years ago, he got man of the match twice out of 2, didn't he? And looked absolutely unplayable. So if you're going to get him for 2 games a season and he's man of the match in both, that's great. If he's absolutely unplayable. But this season he turned up for his 1 game and he looked really unfit and bowled like a drain. So I don't know.
Okay, I've got this trade for you then. I think I have this. Yeah, no, I have this trade for you. Avesh, Mayank, Nicholas Puran for Hardik Pandya.
I'll take the Puran one. The ceiling's really high there.
It is, but
really
he has
low.
up and down years.
That's what I want from my franchise, right? I want a really low floor and a really high ceiling because I want fun. I don't want Gujarat, right? I don't want just exactly what you're going to get every day. I want chaos.
Yeah, maybe.
It doesn't matter anyway because I will teach all my players how to catch. And as we've seen from this match,
is catching important, Rob?
Whoever catches better wins. So one of these teams has caught abominably badly, and they are going to win this 1 in 6. And the other team has caught really well, and they're going to win it 5 in 6. And that's the game. That's all it is.
Don't forget the stumping.
Oh yeah, yeah. Prab wasn't very close to that, was it? If I'm Chahal, like you can't blame anyone because he does it. That's what they maybe they're just giving him a taste of his own medicine because that's all he does.
That's the Ryan Sidebottom rule, though, isn't it? Where Ryan Sidebottom could not remember how bad a fielder he was when everyone else made mistakes off him. He poisoned Ryan Sidebottom poisoned a whole generation of English bowlers because they all did that afterwards. Broad did it, Anderson did it. They were all, and it's just like, guys, no one is trying to drop these catches off you. Just get back to the top of your mark and bowl again.
But we have to get to the stage of the conversation now where Shashank might be trying to drop them. It might be a thing now because he's getting absolute dollies and he's dropping all of them. When that ball went to him, did you think he's going to drop this? Because I did. And it's like, that should be caught 1,000 out of 10.
I'm a lot more naive than you are, Rob. I was actually expecting them to catch.
Oh no, I never expect the catch anymore. Never.
So well, I thought Lockie's was the weirdest. Why try and catch that an inch off the ground? What happened?
He went all the way, but he tracked it. He did that on purpose, right? He tracked it all the way down, right to the bottom. Basically, his hands were like touching the grass, and we got a free hit here, by the way. He actually sort of caught it before he dropped it.
He did, and then he caught it on the drop. He picked it straight back up because I was calling it live, and I was like, he's dropped it. Wait, what? And then, because then he was throwing the ball in. I was like, I think he dropped it.
This is going for 6, this free hit.
Yeah. So, Jared Jumpsuit is saying him for Pandya.
Woo!
That's a good hit.
Very good hit. Yeah, I think with Pandya, the problem is if you trade him away, you completely change your structure from then on in. And there isn't a way of replicating that.
I think someone was suggesting Kuldeep plus Hardik. Sorry, Kuldeep plus Akshay for Hardik.
No. I'm not taking that if I'm Delhi.
No, thanks. He's 32, and he has had like seasons where he can't really bowl, hasn't he, in the past?
He's a soft tissue issue, isn't he? Soft tissue issue.
He is basically
he's a soft
one
tissue
of one
issue.
at this point, isn't he?
Good name of
one
band.
of 2, I guess. Yeah. There's no other, maybe other than Nitish Kumar Reddy, there's no other alternative in the league. So,
well, Akshar is one of the alternatives, though, isn't he?
He is.
Have you noticed that Akshar hasn't scored a run in the whole season? Have you noticed that?
Not. Yeah.
Akshar is kind of Sam Curran with a bat, though, isn't he? Like, as in, his reputation with the bat and his flexibility with the bat is much better than his actual ever returns with the
No, I
bat.
think he was smashing spin last season. So
Yeah,
and
no,
in the
I'm saying he can.
ODI cricket,
He can do things. We all know he can do things. Sam Curran
Yeah.
can do things with the bat, but the minute you start to think you've got an extra batter in the side, you don't really have an extra batter in
Yeah.
the side.
You
What you
almost need
have
to
is
use him like
extra
Sunil Narayan,
flexibility.
right?
Hey,
You almost need to use them like Sunil Narayan, but
yeah,
in
yeah,
order.
and the problem is that like you don't want to do that. You want to use him properly.
You can use him as Crunal as well. He's like Crunal for me, but a bit better.
Yeah,
Because he's batted really well in Test matches. So if you're 3 down early, get Axar and make sure he gets to 20. But then he can whack, right? He's really good, Axar, but he's not somebody that is going to do what Klassen did earlier. Even though Klassen wasn't quite Klassen today, I didn't think.
yeah.
But you know, if you're allowed to aim at fielders all the time during your innings, you're going to end up getting 60.
Oh, this is a trade, Jared. Hardik Pandya for Marco Janssen and Nihal Vadera.
I'll take Hardik.
I might take Marco on that for the long. Okay, so a lot of this also depends on when do you want to be good.
Now,
If you're,
Yeah.
if,
Now,
you're
now,
Mum-
now.
if you're Mumbai, you're not going to be good next year, are you?
Malinga in the power play again, Baron.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But if you're Mumbai, are you? I think you want future players.
Yeah, you do now, yeah.
Yeah. So if that's the case, if you take Marco and Wadira, was it Wadira? Was with him?
Yeah.
Can't remember what that trade was. Sorry.
Isn't it the opposite, though, Jared? Mumbai, like with all the fan pressure, they want to win now, essentially.
They might want to. I'm saying, what should they be doing?
Yeah.
You want to
No,
get
that's what
Rohit
I'm
out the budget, right? If you're Mumbai.
They won't release him, I think. They'll keep him around as long as they can. If they haven't dropped him for being shit for 5 years, they're not going to drop him when he's actually been decent for 2.
Yeah. Okay. But this is says on my screen it's a wicket. Spoiler alert.
Oh, wow.
And it is,
Rob's
because
on a
Shreyas Iyer
fast
sliced
streak.
this straight up in the air, and it has been caught. So,
Maybe they're actually catching.
yeah, I don't want to go out on a limb here, but I think catching the ball might have some future.
I mean, it's a really good advert for catching this game because what the other team did at this stage was, you know, booted the ball into the rope when it went to them on the full, or just dropped it on the floor. And this team have taken 3 chances out of 3, and now they're 3 down.
Or look the other way when trying to get a stumpy.
So,
Yeah.
Jared Shresh is saying Hardik for Prasid, Holder, and Sai Kishore.
That's a fascinating trade, that one.
I'm doing that swap all day long. I'll take the 3 players.
But for both teams?
Yeah. For both teams. Well, I want the 3
I don't
players.
think Gujarat want him back because of the bad blood.
I
That's
don't
my
think
only
Gujarat
issue.
can have him back because of that. Is Sai's not a player, though, is he? Sai's a backup at the moment.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't think he's not.
I mean,
he's
I think we all think he should be playing, but I mean,
Yeah.
from trade
He's
value
flotsam for
perspective,
Gujarat.
When they're playing
Technically,
Suthar,
Prasid isn't playing
and all
either.
that instead, why the hell hasn't Kishore had a game?
Rob,
did
they
you
played-
see him interviewed for like 20 minutes during the game
No.
yesterday?
No, Rob, they play 2 left arm finger spinning all rounders, and one of them isn't Kishore. So,
So maybe he's got no legs this season or something.
Jared, technically, Prasid isn't in the team either for them. So,
yeah. But I think he was injured because he wasn't an impact sub in a couple of games. So I just think they're just hiding an injury there.
yeah, fair.
Just going to leave this here. Anyone else can read it?
People were going after Jared and Akshay when they were saying Punjab has not played stronger teams yet. And those people should hang their heads in shame and delete themselves from our lives.
So, Abu Christopher is saying, real question is, how can MI get Vaibhav in the future? It's a good question.
Vaibhav for Hardik. Done.
What is it? Offer his parents 500 crores and get him for 5 on paper. So, is that way?
Offer his
money.
family shares in Geo.
What did they
Yeah,
buy him
offers
for
from-
when he was an embryo? What did they buy him for?
I think it was like 2, I want to say. Or was it 4? I don't know. Vaibhav Surya Vanshi.
Good bit of business, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Even if it was 20, it was good. It's one of the most valuable people in world sport right now, that child.
They bought him for 1.1 crores.
Fuck.
Might be the buy of the tournament, that.
It's the buy of the sport.
Do you know what it is as well? It's a very good example of what I was talking about the other day, Varun, about buying the players early. So if you think, because there was enough buzz around him that year from like I wasn't on the beat at the time, but afterwards, like listening to people, there was, you know, it wasn't just Rajasthan. There's a couple of other teams talking about him, but they didn't think he was going to be ready for that year. If you can, that's what the mega auction buys you, is the ability to be able to do this. Well, that's a good hit by Stoinis.
That's a really good hit.
Welcome to the game.
Are you on the fast stream today, bro?
Yeah.
Is this because you're trying to win money again?
I'll stop being a spoiler. No, I've given up trying to win money. What's the point? I'm having amazing bets, and they're all losing, and it's really annoying. But yeah, system's working great. Send more money. Good shot. I thought Wicket Maiden was loading there.
So Boss Maniac is saying, except Jasprit Bumrah, how many potential years MI squad has rebuilt? What?
I think he means Johnny Bairstow. Get him back.
No, I think the point being is that Bumrah, Rohit, Chahal, I'm missing
Chahal.
a bunch. Not Chahal, Bolt, right? Even Santner. These are not young men.
I don't think Santner's net positive now, myself.
Really?
I think his bowling is sliding down. He's not wicket takey at all anymore.
But I don't know if he was ever wicket takey. Actually,
no, he's not been. But he's now no longer a guaranteed.
But I just think his batting's jumped through, though, Rob.
His batting's great, but they don't use it.
That is also true. But I'm saying I wouldn't have factored his batting in that much like 2 years ago. Whereas now I'm like, yeah, he can definitely give you something if you want to use him. But either way, Rob, we're both right. He's old. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so there's a lot of old players there. Even Rickleton's not young, right? Quinton de Kock.
But Rickleton is shooting forwards by the day. Like his stock rises every day, whereas de Kock, there's no point having him anymore.
But de Kock's old. Rickleton's probably 30, 31.
Yeah, I think it's 20. That was 28. Could be wrong.
Rickleton is 29. He's all right.
Okay. So he's in his peak for 3 more years, so you don't have to worry about him.
And he's going up.
And he's an overseas player, so.
And he's got really strong jawline, which shouldn't be ignored when you're building franchises.
Always important.
Oh wait, actually, we had one for you a minute ago here.
All right, actually.
Thank you. Of course, feel very vindicated. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So Rob Abhay is saying he bagged Punjab at 2.6 to make top 4. Of course, they mess up.
To do what? Sorry.
To make the
top 4.
Oh, that was a good bet.
That's
really still fine.
They might probably still do, don't they?
Faith.
Yeah.
We'll completely lose faith.
I've lost faith in myself now. It's got to that stage.
Has that happened before?
No. So I've my best ever of when I was recording my bet studiously, probably 15 years ago or something. I lost 27 bets in a row that were all coin flips. 27 in a row. And that's nearly impossible, right? You could get any animal to do much better than that. But there are times where I've like you question things. And you're like, well, am I actually doing the right thing here? Because I'm winning this IPL, but I was so far ahead, and I'm giving nearly all of it back now. But when it's like they reckon it's 1 in 4 that Punjab get 12 off their first over when they're chasing 240, you're like, well, I have to back that, because it's not the right number. They're getting that many in like half their innings. So, no, you keep having good bets and you're fine in the end. But the thing with, someone said to me yesterday, the thing with the IPL is the sample size should look after you, because there's 75 games or 74 games, whatever it is. You should be all right by the end. But when it's really weird, because if I'd have had my terrible run at the start, and then I was picking it all back and be slightly up now, I'd be absolutely buzzing. But when it's the other way around, when you've like absolutely chopped it for 25 games or whatever, and then given it back for 20, it's tougher to deal with. But I do think there is an element of, I have a massive edge at the start of the tournament because bookies are lazy and they don't do any work. And then after we've had 45 games, then they know how good the players are to a certain extent, whereas they had no idea at the start. You know,
also, at a certain point, you start reading form, don't you? Which is as good a predictor as anything else is going to be at that point. Whereas they have no form at the start of the year. So they're, you having done the work and knowing about things is going to be above them.
Oh, yeah, it's a long way above them. Yeah, I mean, even now, they got me last time, and when you lose like this, right? The bet I had the other day, I don't mind losing like this at all. So Puran, his run line was 23.5, right? And you look at his numbers, and he hasn't scored 23 in this entire season. And you're like, well, okay, well, I'm going to back unders because that's reasonable. And then he comes out and scores 60, playing absolutely amazing. I'm like, all right, fair play. They reeled me in there and they got me. That's fine. Because you're never a certainty when you back in 10 to 11 shots on player runs or whatever it is. But yeah, it's stuff like that. It happens. But it's variance. It's the universe. And somebody as good as Puran isn't going to score unders forever and ever and ever, is he?
No.
So
but even
Karthik is
Larson
saying-
stopped the bank this season, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he's become very binary.
Yeah, and he was mega predictable to get 28 or 30. Huge wide.
Yeah.
Was that Marcus Stoinis' record this year? A strike rate of 71 against spin. Is that what it said on the screen?
Wait, okay. That's crazy.
Blimey. He's got
So
a lot
Karthik
better
is
against
saying-
spin as well.
Yeah.
He's-
So
do you know
Hardik
what-
for Matra and Kamboj, Jared.
That's a good one.
I don't mind that.
Which side?
So if I'm CSK, I'm saying no.
Fair.
I
Oh,
don't
that's
want to
good. No, no.
lose. I think CSK should be in a rebuilding phase with a bunch of kids who are all roughly on the same timeline as each other, who, if they all come good, you're going to be a very good side for a very long period of time. And both
No
of
ball.
those are part of that. And is that no ball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus. And so Hardik coming into that timeline doesn't work for me. That's a timeline draft. Talent, I'm okay with in that.
But I think KKR and Delhi would be two sides, who would potentially be interested in someone like a Hardik Pandya, because Delhi, of course, they want a trophy, they want a captain. Akshar clearly has not worked out. That's why I mentioned it in the private chat. I don't know if you guys saw. So I was thinking out loud. Gale and Stark form Pandya. What do you think of that?
I'll take Kale and Stark.
Yeah. Why would you try both of them though?
Where's
Was
that
it
ball from?
6? That ball was hit and they just cut off the shot.
It is 6. But why they didn't show us it, I don't know.
They were like, that's such a good shot. You guys just can assume he hit that for 6.
Yes.
I mean, the best I've seen Stoinis time the ball in a while.
No, he was good last game, no?
No,
Yeah,
he
that
played
game-
well, but I like just the natural timing here. It's just,
That
the
is
ball
pinged
seems
off
to
the
coming
middle,
off the
that.
middle so well.
Sorry, wait.
God,
So
I'm
Vibhor
so
said-
cold. Why don't they put the heat on in my office? It's so cold.
Yeah. So Vibhor said the saying, I was AI for fun. It said Pandya for Ellis and Dubey. I forgot Ellis played for CSK.
Plays. Why is it in the past?
Do you know what? I don't mind that trade.
If you're Chennai
Because
or
if I-
Mumbai.
I mean, the
No, for
problem for
Mumbai, I wouldn't-
CSK is it doesn't help them at the death, but Pandya can bowl some of those overs.
Nah.
It gets them. Dubey and Hardik Pandya are of a similar age, I would assume. What shouldn't Dubey be? 28, 29?
No,
older
he's
than
older
that.
than that. He's definitely in his
32?
30s.
Oh, there we go. No, I'm taking that trade if I'm CSK. I get an all-rounder, and I only have to give up
And that's
a
another
death
4?
bowler that we're not
Yeah,
using that
Dubey's
may not be
32.
around.
But Jared, don't you think that in a way weakens their bowling further? Because Ellis is the only proven death bowling option they have. Kamboj has come good this season, yeah.
No, but you're thinking on this timeline. I'm thinking that they're going to be good in 2 to 3 years' time. And on that timeline, I've got Hardik, who's 34 in experience, and hopefully I've got some leadership out of him. And I've got all those, and I managed to keep all my younger players.
Question: Is Ellis actually good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he
yeah.
actually good at IPL?
Yes.
Has
Yeah,
he proven
yeah.
this?
No,
I
because
think
they
he's been
never
decent
fucking
in
pick
that.
him.
Exactly. That's not his-
Going to run his IPL numbers. That
He
would
was
be
good
my.
he was good in international cricket and he was good in other leagues and he was decent in the
BBL,
IPL, but he never played them.
So he's played 16 games in the IPL.
Mhm.
Going at 9 and over. It's fine.
Yeah, you take that in the impact sub for a death bowler.
20 strike rate. It's all right. It's not lights out.
Yeah. So Occam Stazer is saying, don't mega auctions make systematic rebuilds very difficult. How can you invest in cores when they cannot all be retained? Yeah.
No, so what you want to do in that sort of situation is you want to invest. There's nothing else they can do. Occams, what are they supposed to do? Just be shit for 2 more years, right? Like, they've already fucked up the mega auction cycle. So the best thing you can do now is pivot to a younger core, because you have a younger core available. They have Brevis, they have Matre, they have Ervil, they have Noor Ahmed, they have keep it coming Cambodge, right? They have all these younger players available to them, right? Under their system at the moment. They now know what their strength might be in a couple of years' time, when all these other teams are going to be looking for people who are 23, 24, 25, who are really good at cricket and are paying them 25 to 30 crore. They're going to have them under contract already. That's what you have to do if you're not doing very well at the moment. Oh, is he gone here, Connolly? I don't think he hit that.
No, I don't think he did either.
Are they thinking of a review?
Cummins doesn't.
So Andy is asking, who are India's top 5 T20 spinners ever? Ever? Oh.
Ever? Forever, ever?
Forever. I think Ashwin would be there.
Anil Kumble?
Yeah, I agree. Ashwin?
Ramesh
Chahal,
Power.
Chakravarti.
Chakravarti?
Mishra has to be there.
Ramesh Power.
We heard you the first time. Deepak Huda?
But I
Rahul
mentioned
Bhatia?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
But yeah, like you'd have Ashwin there, you'd have Kumble there, I think.
and Amit Mishra I think has to be there.
Yeah, for the
somewhere.
longevity, I'm with you, I think.
Yeah,
Chakravarti has to be
he was.
there,
I
I think.
yeah.
Who else are we missing? I wouldn't have Jadeja in that list.
No.
Did you say Harbhajan? You must have done.
Harbhajan. No, I think I missed Harbhajan. Yeah, I think he's good. I think he was good in the IPL. I don't remember his T20I record.
There's no one else.
Bishnoi, maybe, I
Kuldeep,
think. I don't know.
Akshay.
Kuldeep, yeah, probably. Kuldeep, I think, deserves to be there, I think.
Ever Kuldeep in the top 5?
Yeah, of course. For in
He'd have to be
T20,
pretty
bro.
high, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, T20. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't read. Do you
Not
agree
even
with
a-
this market here, by the way, everyone?
Read what's up.
Bearing in mind, last 15 games, 14 chases and a tie that was then chased, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 87% that they defend?
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Is it 88?
I think it's 70-30.
Okay, but it's not 88 then, is it? That means I'm all in, Baron, if it's 70-30.
Yeah, because what are they like? How many runs they need? But less what 12.
Why do you want to
26
lose
they're
more
batting?
money?
I think
I've
they
got that
can
stage
do
now.
it.
I am genuinely going to start. It's 90%, 10% now. I'm genuinely going to start burning £50 notes in my office because it's that cold, and I will actually get warmth from losing money.
Can I suggest start with the £5 notes?
Good idea. Although they're not bloody paper anymore, are they? They're stupid plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was from Australia, and it's around the corner from where I grew up. They came up. with
Why?
that. You're
Why is it?
welcome.
Why did
they've-
they become?
They're just impossible to forfeit in the same way that the cotton ones were. Also, they're much easier to fold and fit in your wallet.
Yeah.
Much easier to lose though.
Yeah, and they float too on the wind a little bit.
Mm.
You don't want to drop some money and fart.
So IDK LFC saying, been following Jared since the doc, and I'm now seeing this. Congrats, honestly, the Bill Simmons of cricket.
Oh, thank you very much.
He's the Gene Simmons of cricket.
As long as I'm not the Ben Simmons of cricket, which none of you will get anyway. But
I don't know. I didn't get it. I don't know who all three of them are.
he doesn't know any of the Simmons. Well, I could be
don't
the
know any-
I know
Lendl Simmons
Lendl.
of cricket.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He was in Combox's all-time Mumbai 11, as I recall.
Oh.
Lendl Simmons.
How did the comments go on that one?
They were very
Well, he
pleasant and
was,
understanding.
He was opening with Dwayne Smith, so that everyone.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Phil Simmons? I could be the Phil Simmons of cricket.
So Shreyas is continuing. He's saying Hardik for Devdutt and Jitesh and one more young pacer.
Hardik for Devdutt, Partikal, and fuck off. Are you on drugs?
The fuck off came from within there, Jared.
This is
Sorry, I had to think of it. It was On current
There's like a
form, I
fight-
think you'd have to be
fight
pushing
live.
that, wouldn't you? It's the Anjatesh and another player. If you went just Devda for Hardik, I'd be like, okay, younger player. I've got him for the next few years, but Hardik gives me more flexibility. I think you could talk me around on that. Don't then ask for my fucking wicketkeeper as well,
I
and
think
then
it's fair
another
to go
player.
for Devdutt and a young seamer is, I think, fair, Jared.
It'd have to be a fucking fetus. It'd have to be someone that I do not believe will ever be good at cricket. If you're
All
taking Devdutt Padikkal off me, how old's Devdutt? 23, 24, 25?
No,
Just keep saying
25.
numbers.
25.
It's 2000, isn't
Yeah, 2000 July.
he? Yeah.
So he hasn't even hit his peak yet. And we're trading him for an out of form soft tissue injury.
Mm. So Ayush is saying Hardik and CSK would complicate the leadership group with Ruturaj and Sanju. Won't he be better in a team like KKR/Ara without any proper leaders? I mean, Jaiswal would. Oh, we're trading for Jaiswal, yeah, fair. Could do that.
I know RR still has enough names
Parag,
there.
right?
And DC is another name they can consider. If Gale goes out, Akshar is practically the only one, like as part of the leadership group. That's once again why I felt that he could do something.
Is that out?
Oh, is it? Oh, wow, yeah.
Stein to spin again.
To spin.
Oh my God.
Jesus. I'm very nervous, actually, in general, about trading players on the verge of their prime. Because you can look very silly very quickly. And if Hardik had been good, when's the last year Hardik was a plus?
23 for Gujarat.
That's a while back, man. I was looking at Nathan Ellis's numbers too, Rob. His true economy says that he's plus 0.74 runs and over better than anyone else. So that's pretty
a
good.
lot. That's a lot.
He's a slight minus on wickets. So I think we know that. That pretty much tracks with him. He doesn't really get wickets, but he's hard to hit.
Yeah, that's a very important way of bowling nowadays, isn't it? Just stop runs. How about this, right? Suyavanshi says, my younger brother is 10 and he's much better than me. How much?
Oh, okay.
Do you remember when
and his
Rashid Khan
coach
used
said
to
it
say
well.
that all the time?
Yeah,
He used
what
to
his
say, wait till
brothers-
you see my other brothers. And like, we're still waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you pay him?
I don't know.
So
Like,
you're
I-
saying-
I'd take 2
Are you
crores.
swapping Hardik for the 10-year-old?
Okay, would you trade Hardik Pandya for all future children from the Suryavanshi family?
Well, like the first draft pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, all future Suyavanshi.
Yeah,
And
you
No,
just say-
because Jared, as you
Even if
said,
there's
it's
and
how
that
many
includes
kids
if there's
are
girls
the
for the
Sunrisers
female teams, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to miss out on like some
Yeah.
great female player because I haven't put that in. I want all future Suryavanshis available to me.
I would
Maybe
disagree with you,
grandchildren
Jared.
as well. Can I go another generation?
No, because as you keep saying, Jared, we haven't had great father-son batters.
Yeah, that's why I need the third generation, just to be careful as well.
I mean, if Suyavanshi gets on with it, right, he could play alongside his son in the IPL.
Yeah, he could.
That's true.
Wait,
That's
actually,
true.
can he?
Yeah. Well, he needs to work on his extracurricular stuff, but it's not beyond the realm.
He's got time, to be fair.
Did Muhammad Nami end up playing? Muhammad Nami ended up playing with his son, didn't he?
Yeah, he
and
did, yeah.
and LeBron James obviously is the other one. Is there any others?
There was
Shivaranshi played a couple of club matches with Tej Narain.
there was a guy called Idager Johnson who had a successful career with Chelsea, and he came on in an international match. He came on as a sub for his dad. Oh wow, that's a good shout.
Okay,
Well, like he's a racehorse.
so I was just thinking is that the better option?
How big are the bottles?
Well,
Can
like
we-
liter bottle.
Can we East Germany this shit, right? Take that. match it with
Now we're thinking.
now
we're
with some
thinking,
great
guys.
female cricketers and see what we can just come up with, so to speak.
Oh wow! Yeah, okay.
Name the female cricketers, Jared. Let's get cancelled.
No, go for a young talent, right? Someone like a Kiva Bay. She's also an up and coming 14-year-old who's
Do you want a batter though? Do you double down on the batting, or do you do it with a bowler and see what happens?
Hayley Matthews.
Kiva Bay is bowling all rounder.
Let's lab generate an all rounder.
I mean, this is easy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
East
Now,
Germany,
these
you
are real
scamps.
cricket questions. Now we're talking. Finally, we're getting to the good stuff.
Who did it? East Germany, China? Were they the only two countries that ever did that? Russia might have done it too, actually.
Russia have done lots of naughty things, haven't they?
Lab
I think-
experiments on.
Is it Yao Ming's parents, the NBA player? Yeah, I think they might have. Here we go. Yao Ming's parents were elite Chinese basketball players who were encouraged by the Chinese government to marry, aiming to produce a tall athlete. And their son was 7'7". I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
We have a success story here. The greatest Chinese basketballer of all time came out of this system.
What system?
Forced
So
marriage
Karthik is
of
saying-
athletes.
I thought you meant bottles of sperm.
Well, I'm assuming sperm was involved, mate. I don't know if it was bottles.
Wait, what? If Suravanshi says that, I'd get his dad instead. Okay.
Yeah.
What does
Yeah.
FYKW mean?
Exactly.
Come on,
I don't
children.
actually know.
What does it mean?
I have no idea.
For your knowledge, I don't know. God knows.
I don't know. Is that a thing? Oh, for your knowledge, yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
But isn't for your information already there? FYI is a thing. Why go to
Yeah,
FYI?
I've never heard of it for your knowledge before this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this conversation needs or warrants much knowledge.
So Karthik is also saying just sell RCB to MI and call it RCB MI.
But realistically, do you see someone like a Pant at least being released, if not traded?
No, he'll be traded for Pandya.
Sorry, so Karthik was saying just sell RCB to MI and call it RCB MI. That would be MI RCB. Come on, man. Come on, Karthik.
I
You
quite
gotta
like
get this right.
RCBMI. It sounds quite good.
No, the MI will obviously put their name first, Rob.
But I don't like BMI as a 3-letter combo. It's haunted me my whole life, BMI. It's also made up.
Yeah.
It's a really shit metric. It's like, I mean, obviously I am obese, but I've always been obese, even when I wasn't, according to BMI.
Yeah, I'm obese too, so it makes sense for me. No, I think body fat is a better indicator usually than BMI.
It's how many pies you eat, isn't it, really? Or
But body
pints you-
fat doesn't work. I remember when I did a big article on Aaron Finch once, and they said that Aaron Finch's body fat was always neutral, right? But that's because he had no body fat on his legs. His legs were incredibly lean, and
like
then
me.
he had a little belly, right?
straight
And-
from
But that depends on the metrics you use, isn't it? Like you could look at multiple body parts. Multiple
Yeah,
areas
but
of
the point
body.
being is, I think that's the kind of the point I'm saying is most of these metrics don't make. It's like the 2-kilometer time trial. Oh no,
Yeah.
Lizelle Lee may not be able to run 2 kilometers in 8 minutes. Okay, that doesn't mean she's not a good athlete. It means she can't run 2 kilometers in 8 minutes.
Would you do this, Jared? What Permis is saying Pandya for Stark Healy kids?
I am interested in Stark Early kids. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
There
is a
is a
good
part of me that is because
Yeah.
what happens with the Stark Healy kids? The most natural thing is that they produce a whole fleet of wicket keepers, right? Because Stark started as a wicket keeper. But what if we can get Ian Healy and Alyssa Healy's wicket keeping talent into a 6'7" high jumper? That would be the best wicket keeper that's ever existed.
Ooh, now he's talking.
Because
Yeah.
you've got an Olympic athlete on one side and Ian Healy on the other side, and then somewhere in the middle, this couple. Can we have the next generation of wicketkeeper?
Can he also bowl? Can they also bowl when they're not keeping?
All right, if
Yeah,
I have
of
to.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
I can tell you this
why,
much.
Why
though.
don't people care about wicket keeping anymore?
Oh. Apparently the ball spun and it's very hard to stop it when it spins.
There aren't really any good ones left. Who's good at wicket keeping now?
Michael Bates.
No one, Rob.
What ODI has just been advertised on my TV? England against New Zealand on Sunday. Is that male or female?
Female, isn't it?
Female is T20Is. Oh no, they're playing ODIs and then the T20Is.
Oh, are they? They should say that on the advert, shouldn't they? Whether it's boys or girls playing. Nothing's happened in this cricket match since the wicket, by the way. It's just everyone getting.
So Prithvi is saying, fun fact: the Sunrisers anthem translates, "We are a tsunami. We will flay you after telling you that we will." Was quite awkward last season when we were shit.
What?
I actually don't think I've ever heard the Telugu lyrics for it.
Yeah, which one? Oh,
Must be a Telugu anthem.
I thought that anthem was "Go, go, go, here we go," something like that. With the
Wasn't that
orange
Deccan
army.
Chargers?
Go
No, that
the
was the
Chargers. Go the Chargers. Go,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe
There's
still the
also-
best song ever written.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's the something like that about the Orange Army too. Yeah.
Yeah, with the orange army. Go, 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 here we go with the orange army. Something
Yes.
like that. That's what they
Yes.
play in the stadiums.
Imagine changing your name away from Deccan Chargers when you've already built the perfect song.
What was the reaction around the league to the original Pandya trade? Were the other teams annoyed GT didn't take any players off? I don't know about other
Absolutely
teams.
no
I'm
one
sure
considered
Jared
a
was annoyed.
trade. I can tell you that. No one considered that a trade.
No.
It
I'm
was
sure
just
Jared
that he
was
was
annoyed.
leaving. It was almost free agency, right? It was just like he didn't want to play for them
Yeah.
anymore.
When was the trade? 2023?
Yeah, 23 November it was announced.
Oh, I wasn't part of the Good Areas team then, so I have no idea what the team was
It
thinking.
didn't exist.
Mhm.
Here's one for us. Lauren.
So Ribu Ganguly is saying, went down the look smack saying pothole. Do you mean rabbit hole?
Pothole, rabbit hole, wormhole.
Pothole, okay. Learn about
Sound-
bone smashing, face stabbing with needles, etc. How cricket has done that kind of desperate stuff, like spinners peeing on hands to fix calluses.
Actually,
What the
do you know about the peeing on hands thing?
No, what's
This is my favorite thing because so few people in cricket know about this. But essentially, there has always been this belief in the finger spinning community, sometimes wrist spinner, but generally finger spinning community, that to harden up your calluses, the best way to do that is to piss on your own hands, right? And so no one had ever looked into it before, so I researched it, and it turns out actually it does not help. So for generations, people have been told to piss on their own fingers, and I have talked to international spinners who have done it.
Name some.
I would never name these people because they.
Who
did
are
help.
these pissy-handed cricketers, Jared?
Was it Graham Swan? Who else did we have, Jared?
Graham Swan.
He did it by accident, to be fair to him.
Graham Swan has denied doing it publicly.
Mhm.
I mean, that's Graham Swan we're talking about, and there's lots of things he's done publicly that he can't deny. And
But yeah, no, I
way
definitely thought
worse
this-
than pissing on your own hands.
But yeah, I think it was Fred Titmus was a big one on it. The old English spinner. He was a big fan of pissing on his fingers. But this is one of those things that the vast majority of the spinners I talked to had tried this once and honestly believed. But you're gonna be shocked to know, guys, that acid doesn't make your finger callus any quicker than.
It was petrol, wasn't it? That boxers and bare knuckle fighters used to dip their hands in petrol.
Yeah, also doesn't work, I believe.
That was, I think I've got a couple of his books. I think Tyson Fury used to do that, but I think it's a traveller boxing bare knuckle type tradition. It's meant to make your hands much stronger and.
I think there are lots of things like that. Do you remember, like, I don't know if any of you have ever gone backpacking, but when you go out backpacking, they say, like, obviously in hostels, the showers aren't as clean as in hotels and everything, so you should piss on your feet. And it's like, it doesn't do anything. You just get slightly warmer feet, guys.
But pissing on yourself isn't jellyfish sting. You're meant to piss on yourself.
That one you do piss on yourself.
Yeah,
I thought that was a myth, is it not?
Or you can no, I don't think it is.
Think so.
And
No, I think Friends made it popular, but I believe it's false.
We were taught that in Australia.
Yeah, and come on, Australia have like dangerous creatures around every corner, so that must be a thing.
Pissing on yourself.
Again, work computer. Am I googling these things? Should I get someone to piss on me?
Yeah, it says no.
Oh yeah, you're right. It says against it.
Yeah.
Good on you.
What?
Well done.
Oh wow, I'm gonna
I
Stop
owe a
your-
lot of girls some apologies.
Oh, by the way, random. Do you remember when England were shining the red ball on Jack Leach's head? Can they technically put products on his head that makes the ball better for reverse swing and get away with it?
It's
Not
already what they
technically,
do.
but
What do you
they
think?
probably did.
And people have been putting sunscreen on balls for generations, man.
No, I mean, like, could you just do it like very obviously in plain sight?
In the old days, they don't do it anymore. But if you go back in the 90s, you'll see occasionally a bowler will go onto the ground with a very shiny forehead. And it would have been that they used to put Vaseline on their foreheads.
Nice.
Hair,
That's
hair
what
products.
cricket needs more. That's what cricket needs more, man. I want a scientific study on what's the best way to ball tamper. Do we
But
need
just on the
those
looks
in it?
maxing, I'm not aware of any cricketers looks maxing.
Stoinis.
If I was going to pick someone though, Rian Parag would probably be very high up on my list of a potential looks maxer. There's no way he doesn't know what looks maxing is. Let's put it that way with Rian Parag. Is that fair, Akshay?
I mean, I don't know what looks maxing means, so I have no clue. What is
And out of us, you were the one I thought might have tried it.
exactly what does that mean?
Are you saying I haven't?
Looks maxing
Hello?
is a new term for younger men online to make themselves look more attractive by hitting themselves in the face with a hammer, which Rob has done.
But that's just for fun.
Oh, actually, you've got some Googling ahead of you tonight.
I'm actually Googling right away because I refuse to believe that's what it means.
Bone smashing is the part of looks maxing that you use a hammer for, but there's heaps of things. What's the other thing they do? Is it the really weird, exaggerated jaw thing they do, Varun, where they chew weirdly or something to try and strengthen? They all want to look like Rinku Singh. If anyone has looks maxed, it's Rinku Singh, but I think he might have been born that way.
I think his family lived on Lego for.
To be fair, I think Sakib's got a decent jaw on him.
Oh yeah, true.
Best jaws in cricket.
Yeah.
Rickleton's got a very good one.
Rickleton's
Obviously,
got-
like Rinku's,
Rinku's
a long
obviously
way
number one.
of
Yeah,
anyone.
Rinku has-
Rinku almost looks like Jim Carrey in The Mask.
But what about Virat? He isn't too bad.
Virat's got a solid jaw.
Yeah,
It's not
mewing
like-
is what you were saying, Jared.
What was that?
I think it's mewing.
Mewing, that's the one.
So mewing's different, isn't it? Mewing's like when your tongue goes to the top of your mouth or something.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're all part of looks
Yeah.
maxing.
Yeah.
Which
When did
The
this
biting
fucking
your
language-
cheeks thing is what models do.
Why
for
wasn't there
pictures.
a memo sent? Like, what are all these new words that have absolutely what the fuck?
I think
is-
what Jared's talking about.
Most
this is
of them
stuff
come
models
out
do
of-
as well.
most of them come out of incel culture.
Oh yeah, Cook is a good one. Cook's a good jaw.
Cook's got a good jaw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
So Rohit Kumar Jai saying apparently Akshay. Sorry, wait, what? Sorry, apparently MLAs from Karnataka demanded 3 free VIP tickets each for Chinnaswamy,
Smack.
which led to the IPL final being shifted. Come on, Akshay, what are your MLAs doing?
Oh, he was
First
all
boundary
I
and 20 balls there, by the way.
It's all Akshay's fault.
Half tracker from Harsh has just been absolutely dealt with by
Mm.
Connolly, but that's the first boundary for 20 balls. They were hitting a boundary like every 2 seconds in the first innings, weren't they?
Did you put a? Is that because you put a bet on Punjab when I told you not to?
Like, literally, I put a bet on them, and then they lost a wicket, and then they blocked every single ball for ages. And Connolly's just hit one straight up in the air, which is carried all the way for 6.
Oh,
6 last 2 balls. They just need to do that over and over again. So last game for Dubé, right? He got none for 50 off 3 overs, I think. So he's an interesting impact sub here.
Yeah, I think I don't blame him because the pitch was spinning, wasn't it, Rob, for Chahal? So I don't blame them.
Didn't
It's
spin that last
interesting
one.
that they don't need him though. They've got 5 bowlers that are all doing fine. Obviously, I guess after Sakib got smacked for 19 off his over, they went, okay, we need a 6th, but he might not bowl anymore. 17 off 5 so far.
So Rake Jake is saying Hardik Pandya direct swap for Rashid. Finally, Saikisho plays.
I like the idea that there's a huge swap in the IPL just so we can get Saikashore a game.
Honestly, that's valid.
Can we
so,
swap? Can we swap Suravanshi, Bumrah, Virat Kohli so we can get Saikashore a single game in the IPL?
I would say that every 11 that has been on the park so far has had a player in it that is worse than Saikishore.
Including Gujarat. Yes.
Definitely every time, Gujarat.
So
But would you
RM
rather
is
have
saying-
Saikishore or Ravi Smaran, for example? who's
Oh,
Smiles
no.
bats
not
are
doing
better.
anything this game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, but
fair.
Smiles is a very different player. That's a batter for a bowler.
I mean, he's an elite red ball batter and he's a decent T21.
But what I mean is, he's in the team to essentially not do anything, right? If it
Yeah,
goes
that's
well,
true.
he's not going to play.
I mean, you take Kishore
Who
ahead of
gets
Dubey
that?
for sure,
Is
wouldn't
that
you,
a
Rob?
6? That's a 6.
I'd take him
You
ahead
can
of
come
Dubey
this
or
high.
Shivang.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That
I would
was
play.
a
I mean,
slot pie.
yeah,
Slot
I would
pie.
play him over even.
Mm.
Wait, who are CSK spinners? Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed. I don't mind playing him over Akil.
No, I think Akil's been good though.
He's
No,
been
but
good, no
that,
doubt.
that frees up another overseas slot for you then, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Hey, there's some boundaries here, Rob. Your terrible
Yeah.
bet may not be as terrible.
I like it when the fielders don't try and stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was Abhishek absolutely not interested in diving. I think it was him. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was him.
I mean, not only did he not dive, he couldn't even be bothered to bend down. Like, that's really bad. Watch this.
Oh,
No,
I
I
mean, it
can't
It
was-
was-
Could have kicked it, right?
So RM is saying everyone apologized to Jared Kimber for the
No.
Punjab power rank flag.
Never.
Weren't they second all year? Like, I haven't been putting
Yeah.
them low, have I?
Nah.
All I said was, until they play the good teams, they can't go to number one. What happened when they played the good teams? Can anyone tell me?
So Occam Stager is saying, I wish a team employs Saha as the non-batting keeper using the impact sub. Might save 10 runs a game, should be better than subbing on a crap bowler.
Oh, that's actually.
I mean, is
interesting.
Saha still on that level as a keeper? I could be wrong. I haven't seen him in a while.
But if not Sahaj, I'm just talking about the
Yeah.
idea of having an impact keeper. I mean, it kind of makes sense after having seen so many missed
Who's the keeper?
opportunities.
Jared Seymour Clark?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a Seymour Clark.
Michael Bates, Bob Taylor.
Tanya Bhatia, for those who follow women's cricket, a specialist number 11 who keeps. That's
Yeah.
what she's done
Nice.
for
That's
Delhi
what we
Capital.
need in the IPL, to be honest. Do you know, if there's a team that would try that, it's Gujarat, isn't it?
Didn't Taibu play in the IPL?
Yeah, for Kolkata Knight Riders.
Yeah, I thought he did.
You know, again, these are all rumors because there's no way of confirming stories from the 2008, 9, 10 seasons. But apparently the story goes that Taiwo was picked because Shah Rukh Khan's son said that, he's of my height. I want him in the team. It's such a weird story, but it's so weird that it can be.
Because he was so small. Is that why you're saying he got a game? Is that why Swapnil Asnodkar got a go?
I mean, you should ask.
Oh,
Manoj
this is
Virani.
hammered down the ground. You're in here, Rob.
It's about the same price as when I backed it now.
It's not about.
Oh, wow. 107. Short enough.
What are the What are the percentages now, Rob, for them to win?
Like 94, 93.
Ooh.
I guess that what they will stop doing is bowling like charity spinners and start bowling international bowlers in a minute, and then it might get more difficult, to be fair.
Yeah. When did they bring Malinga back?
Yeah. They've got a lot of
He's good.
overs of bowling to come, don't they?
2 Cummins, 2
But
Malinga.
Saqib got hit smack, though.
Yeah.
They got four definite good ones out of 9, and they need what, 14? 14 and over. But it's not mad. 14 over is not mad these days.
Yeah.
It's
So
more than
Maglu
4
say-
wickets, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
They're gonna
that's
have
the-
Shashank and Marco left, haven't they? Because they burnt the sub with Priyansh.
What was it? So Maglu is saying, my conspiracy is Sai Kishore's dropped because he scored 87 of 39 in SMAT, and that goes against the values of GT. You're not wrong.
True. Rashid Khan's not allowed to bat.
Mm.
Here's Cummins, gone to real bowler again.
Oh, that's a good ball. Yeah. So Miklabowski is saying best/worst/probable MICSK trade for Hardik.
I've got a trade if you want it.
Go for it.
Guy Cod for Hardik.
It would be up there at the worst, I think. Actually, CSK would take that, wouldn't they, at this point?
Okay. Guy Quad and Dubé for Hardik.
Yeah, that is bad for both teams.
I like it.
I mean, from a want to watch the world point of view, want to watch the world burn point of view, I don't mind it, but I don't know if the trade makes a lot of cricketing sense, but yeah.
In the next timeout, I'm going to find where the spoiler is in this building Turn it on.
Middle of summer, mate.
It's so cold. You know how cold Manchester is,
I
right?
was gonna say, you are living
What is
in
the
the
most
north.
probable trade, Dajard? Is it Gaikwad and Dubey for Hardik?
I just
MS
don't.
Dhoni.
I just don't know if Mumbai accept that.
No.
I think
I'm not sure
someone
they
like
don't
an
become better, but I'm not sure they accept it. But you can't. I mean, you can't take Gaikwad at the moment, can you?
MS Dhoni and Irville for Hardik.
I'd do it.
What about just MS Dhoni to just give the just say to the Ambanis, wouldn't it be cool if you just had him for a year?
Yeah. I mean, they would do it, probably.
Is
So
Deepak
Abhay is-
Huda on their list?
So
Huda
Rob,
and Dhoni.
So Abhay is saying today was perhaps the day to back Sunrisers at 1.5.
Perhaps it was.
Mm.
It was the day that we should have backed them at all the prices. I'll tell you what was a good bet today. The only bet that I've had that's won, I think, in the whole game was
Oh, this could be out.
yeah.
He's got
Proper
under
bowler
this,
comes on,
and there goes the
and-
wicket.
No, this is poor from Sunrisers. They're taking all their catches.
Yeah. Might get kicked out the league.
Yeah.
I mean, he made a really easy catch look really easy there, and that's kind of what you're meant to do. Was that Abhishek that actually tried to catch one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you see, what they did there is they just had 2 overs completely off in the defence and went, all right, we're just going to just let them have a flicker of hope here by bowling Shivang and Harsh for the 2 overs, and none of the fielders are allowed to stop the ball or do anything. And then they went, all right, now we're going to win the game again. .1 out this over. But at least the game's not going to be chased, because it was getting a bit predictable that every single game got chased. It was getting like COVID PSL when everything was like super due and everything was chased.
So Rob, who's your favorite fielder?
I think Ponting. I mean, you can go on about like Trevor Penny and all these amazing fielders from the past, and John T. Rhodes was very, very good at fielding. And I still watch those masterclasses that they do. The John T. one with Mark Nicholas is awesome, when he's just pinging the stumps down with both hands. But I loved Andrew Simons, and when Australia had Andrew Simons and Ricky Ponting in the same team fielding, you're just like, you can't hit the ball anywhere because they're both everywhere. They were pretty unstoppable as a pair, weren't they?
I think Mike Hussey was a bit underrated, isn't it, for his fielding at times because of how good everyone else in that team was.
But he was a bit ambidextrous, wasn't he, Hussey? So he bowled with one hand and batted with the other, right, Hussey? But he wasn't anywhere near the athlete that the other two were. But Ponting, like there's a highlight reel of each of them on YouTube, and the Ponting one's about 15 minutes, and it's awesome. Like how he's doing it. Loads of direct hit runouts as well, which seem to have gone out of the game, don't they? Like no one does that anymore.
I was saying this before, like Michael Clark seemed to hit the stumps like 1 in every 2 throws, and modern fielders just don't get anywhere near the stumps anymore. I don't
Like
think they practice.
England never hit. Never.
Do you know who was fantastically bad at hitting the stumps? Was David Warner.
No.
Yeah, that figures. He had a good pair of hands, Warner, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's probably concentration for him.
What changes would I make in the current GT to make it better? Saikashur's one. Is there any other changes? Pick batters?
Let Rashid Khan back.
I mean, they pick any batter for Tewatia would make them better.
I would clone Tawatia and make him bat in every spot.
I would watch that, to be fair.
I think Kushagra is the only backup batter. Or
Here's the thing. If Gujarat are just going to pick bowlers, just pick one keeper and 10 bowlers. I'd watch that.
How does Tawatia get in the team every single time?
No idea.
Because they've got no batters on their list.
Exactly.
No, Kushagra can bat. No, but I know he's not exactly a finisher.
But anyone
he
can
has
bat.
To be better.
Better
He
than
has to be
Tawatia.
better than Tewatia.
Is Giant Yadav still there?
I think he is.
He is. Like,
Test 100, hasn't he? Get him in.
Yeah.
And he can bowl.
Yeah.
So Abhay is saying my best bet today was head most SR at 6s at 8-1. 8-1.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
What's that, 3-way tie?
So what do you? How does that odds work then? You get just a third of it.
Yeah, basically, you get either a third of the odds or a third of your stake, so you're going to get paid out at 8/3, which is much better than I'm getting paid out at the moment. Yeah, 3 of them got 4. Kishan, Klassen, and oh no, Head didn't win. Abhishek got 4, so that's a good value loser. I'm good at them. I'm very good at them. No, 3 guys got 4, and Head wasn't one of them. Head only got 3 6s. Is Head back? Did you discuss that?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
You don't agree?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because he looked very sloggy early again. I guess he always looks very sloggy, but
He
early,
does,
he
yeah.
looked sloggy.
I think he played. I'm not just looking at the boundaries. I think 4 times he got a ball like on the top of middle stump or off stump, and he slashed it out to deep point off the middle of his bat. He's not. He wasn't doing that earlier in the year, was he?
No, he's definitely in much better form than he was. But he doesn't look like a guy that's going to kick on and on at the moment. They kept dropping him last game, didn't they? When he got his 70 odd.
That was the game before, though, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? I don't know.
No,
Are we on
I
game
forgot.
50 yet?
This is 49.
Okay. What are we doing for the 50th? What's the big party tomorrow then? Does anyone know what pitch we're on tomorrow, by the way?
I don't even know who's playing tomorrow.
Lucknow.
Lucknow.
I was hoping for.
Oh, this is high.
That's 6.
Shashank?
And it's going to be 6. It is
No.
not 6.
Oh,
It
it's
is
out.
caught
Oh.
out on the boundary.
Yeah, they keep catching
I
everything.
think
It's
we
so
can-
boring.
Yeah, we can display Jake's comment right on
Yeah.
cue because yeah.
He's saying, I'm betting everything on Shashank winning this to make up for all his drops. No logic, just vibes.
Yeah, no logic. That's
Right.
for
No
sure.
logic, no vibes. Yeah, he got the back of a length one there. Hussain coming back on after getting hit in his first over and tried to play the big pull shot and didn't get anything on it. And he's easily caught out on the boundary.
I nearly dropped it.
I'm wondering if Varanarayan has to, can actually monetize the fact that every time Saqib does anything on a cricket field, they're going to show him. I might send him that message actually. Mate, can you just hold up a combox sticker every time Saqib bowls a good ball for me?
What's the Combox logo? Is there one?
It's literally on the screen right now.
That's it.
Top right, yeah.
We haven't really had one made yet. Is the official answer?
Can
I think Robbie made that.
Raheem Cornwall be in it, please?
So we just do like the American sports logo, but with Raheem batting.
I may have them close to me. I don't know how I got them, but I got a massive load of terrible cricket stickers. You can here's one. Like this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got a COVID mask on. It says Cricket Championship on that one.
I can't remember. You might remember there was a company that used to make graphic design. Fiverr. Do you remember Fiverr?
Yeah, a bit.
And they came out, and you could pay like $5 to get them to design something for you. And me and Andy Zaltzman had something designed. I didn't. Cricinfo weren't designing our logo, so we paid Fiverr to come up with a logo, and it was just a baseballer with a cricket bat. And we didn't give them any notes. We just took it and paid for it and used that as our logo. That one looks good.
It's definitely meant to be Kohli, but it looks like Kedar Jadhav.
Very similar looking men.
Cricket 8 could have done that one.
Oh yeah. Is this on one of your weird sites?
No, I'm trying to get myself off that now. Quite cool.
Is that Spider-Man?
Here's something that I don't think exists. The American Cricket Federation.
No, it did, didn't it?
Did it? How many more of these have I got? These are fun. Sod the cricket. This again, I think this is a picture of Butler that they've taken, but it doesn't look like Josh Butler.
Yeah. I remember what's the cider, the famous cider in the UK? Strongbow.
Strongbow, yeah.
I can't remember if it was Strongbow, but there was a cider that sponsored the English summer one year, and they had a logo which was Sun on Narayan bowling, but with like it blurred out so you couldn't tell it was Sun on Narayan. But the reason you could tell is because Sun on Narayan bowls with a bent arm, right? And it was quite clearly Sun on Narayan. I even sent it to his management, going, "This is clearly your man." Like it is 100% your man, and they are not paying him. This is ridiculous. But it was such a weird image to use of all the different images you could have used. Why use the bowler that like anyone could spot?
I think this is KL. What cricket shot is this?
Is that the flick? What's that?
Is this
Mick
real?
Lebowski says Hardik for Dubey, Khalil, Gopal. Mumbai get new ball and spin. Do they get spin in that?
Khalil injured. Gopal doesn't get on the part, does he?
Yeah, I think you need a stronger third player in it than Gopal there. Prab says, Rob and Akshay, where do you stand on the county championship versus IPL debate on TalkSport? That was fun to be involved. That was fun to be involved in. Sometimes John comes up with the best ideas, and then other times he's like, and I was like, I don't even know what we're debating.
Yeah, what's the debate? Which one's better?
No, it was more. It was something I'm trying to remember the question. Someone else might remember it in the comments, but it was something along the lines of, like, what kind of impact would cricket have if both of these leagues disappeared? Like, how does it change things? I can't remember.
If both disappeared,
yeah.
Well, English Test cricket wouldn't change at all. We know this because they don't pay any attention to it. IPL disappears, then one of the other franchise leagues would become the IPL, wouldn't it?
That's kind of what I said.
It
just gets replaced straight away. Whereas if county cricket disappears, it just disappears, right?
Yeah. It can't be replaced, can it? What do they replace it with?
Has he hurt his ankle here, by the way?
So
calf.
Ready
Yeah.
by nearly dropping that easy catch. Now let's have a look, see what happens.
Oh, geez, no, he got pinged.
Is that cramp or a ping? By the way, that's legitimately good, that one. I like that. There you go. There's one for Combox. You can use that.
Yeah, I hope that's just cramp.
But
He ran through it. You wouldn't run through it if that was a muscle tear.
No, you just stop, wouldn't you?
But Jayad, speaking of other tournaments and everything, what did you make of BBL, confirming that they aren't interested in privatizing the franchises and all of that? What's your stance on that?
Hooves is saying that's a hamstring 4 weeks. They were massaging his calf, so I don't think it's his hamstring. I don't know what the positives are by privatizing the Big Bash. I don't see how it helps Australian cricket.
Not Australian cricket, maybe, but it surely would help the BBL, right? Like, you don't feel that.
But that is Australian cricket. So how does it help them? What becomes better if it's privatized tomorrow? You tell me.
Better players, more money. So
okay,
more
so
money
better players. You're still going up against the SA20 and maybe the IL T20 if that comes back in that thing. So can you guarantee me better players with that money?
I would imagine people would pick the BBL over, say, IL T20 and the likes, and some even maybe
Why
over
they didn't before?
They have. I mean,
mate, I worked in the Big Bash, and they were literally when the BPL was paying more money, players went there. Right? You go where the money is. You don't care. No one picks the league. So you would have to think there would be more money in the Big Bash than the SA20. Will there be?
I'm pretty sure IPL franchises would be smacking their lips at the prospect of buying a BBL franchise or co-owning a BBL franchise.
Yep. But they've already got a franchise in South Africa that they've spent money on that they've actually put investment into.
I mean, Mumbai has a franchise in ILT20 and SA20, so
yeah,
they don't
right.
care.
So, but again, I ask you, how much better would the players be?
You would imagine that if there is more money, it would become better. How much better?
Again, how much better would the players be? It's a very simple question. You can't answer it because it's not a straightforward answer, correct? Right? Now, how famous do the players have to be to make the Big Bash more profitable in the future?
But why does the Big Bash have to be profitable if the
Well,
Big
then
Bash
why are
is
you
already
taking
made?
money off a private league then?
No, that's it. That's revenue, right? They don't have to return it. They don't have to be bothered about. That's the franchises lookout, right? Like to ensure that they become profitable. Why does BBL have? I mean, or Cricket Australia have to worry about ensuring?
Well, the
that
only
team
way for
owners-
the franchises to be more profitable is if the league is more profitable. That's how sport works.
But I don't think any of the other leagues, maybe SA20, but none of the other leagues are profitable, or
They're not.
none of the.
Right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
again, why should you privatize your league then? You haven't given me an answer to why this would help Australian cricket or the Big Bash be better. You've told me maybe you can get better players. Again, does that help the league? Like, is that something going to thrust it into be a better league? Probably not. It used to have Chris Gale and AB de Villiers, right? I'm not sure the league is that much worse or better now than when it doesn't have those players, right? Who are we talking about? Who makes people? Which players are we talking about that we can get into the Big Bash, right? That are going to make the Big Bash be worth more money as a league or as a franchise?
Indian players.
Right.
But
Are
at the
Indian
very-
players going to come in at the moment? So wait until they can and then privatize.
But at the very least, don't you think the cream de la cream of Australian cricketers themselves would come and play Big Bash if there's more money?
No.
Pat Cummins,
Why are
Phil
they not
Stark.
playing in it at the moment?
No, because the Ashes is on at the same time.
Right. So they can't.
Yeah, but that's also because they know that they won't be paid enough for them to even.
You do
consider
realize that the
as-
Big Bash is owned by the same people who own the Ashes, though, right?
But yeah, but if it is privately owned and
Right.
if there is more
Right.
on offer, surely there's a case to be made that Australian cricketers would be offered more or compensated
And
more. for the
does
same
that
work.
help Australian cricket? Is my question to you, Akshay.
I mean, one can argue that there would be a trickle down effect if the top
What trick-
Australian cricketers rub shoulders with the younger lot and everything. Then sure, they also can become better.
But
players
they're already
quicker.
hanging out with them all the time. They train together all the time. All those Australian cricketers train with Shield cricketers. There isn't.
But then, don't you think by that logic, one can even argue that none of the tournaments are helping any of the boards? How do you think then is IPL helping Indian cricketers?
Well, it is because it's democratized the players that come in. You've got players not just coming from middle class backgrounds anymore. You don't just have players from major cities anymore. All that's already happened in Australian cricket, so you don't need to do that. Australian cricket is already pretty professional. Shield cricketers get paid a lot more money than Ranji Trophy players get paid, right? There's access to state of the art sports science, fitness, professional systems, government academies, right? All things that other cricket countries don't have. If you could tell me what this can do, and so far you haven't told me anything, I'm on your
drop,
side.
by the way. First drop.
No,
of the,
I was
of the,
genuinely of the opinion that it would help attract, some of the better international players, and that in turn would help improve the quality of the league.
But
I do get your point.
Okay. So it used to have Dre Russ, Gale, De Villiers, Rashid Khan in it, right? The league didn't get any better. Australian cricket didn't get any better by having those guys in it, did it? Am I missing something? You tell me. I remember when the Big Bash had all those players, and I could tell you two things. It didn't improve ticket numbers all that much. Gale, a little bit. Rashid Khan, a little bit. But realistically, across the board, why is he on the floor? Did he just get sconed?
No, I think he got hit in the stomach type region.
Jesus. He's not doing well.
Yeah, I think that got him. I think he might have hit himself in the head with the bat there,
That's what I wondered. But then
because the ball was
mad.
nowhere near his head. What's this?
It's a slow ball. It's wide of leg stump.
Oh,
it's
bollocks.
knackers. It's just knackers.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We can move on.
He got dropped the ball before, don't you?
Yes, by Saqib running back with the flight.
Yeah. So that's hit him in the plums, and that's why he looks like he's dead. And we can all empathise with that one.
Yeah. So again, when they had that, right? Australian crowds, Chris Gale and Rashid Khan became famous by playing in the IPL. Sorry, by playing in the Big Bash. But they're not it's not Viv Richards and Imran Khan. They're not household names, right? So you're not getting more people through the gate. You're not getting a higher TV revenue. So you're not making any money back, right? I actually don't understand why people think this is the only way to do things. You haven't shown me one thing where it helps Australian cricket. And Australian cricket owns itself 100% at the moment, right? If you can tell me one thing that you can definitely point to that will bring it in. Australian cricket has incredible facilities already. It's not like English cricket where a lot of those county teams are fucking decimated and needed the cash. Australian cricket doesn't need that. The MCG is one of the best facilities in the world, right? Maybe you could get slightly better nets there, but they've got indoor and outdoor nets already, right? They've got all the sports science that they need in that place. They have government funding, right? Again, which most other cricket countries don't have. What are you actually getting out of this?
So
And that's
one
the
thing
thing that Queensland and New South Wales asked.
So, Jared, correct me if I'm wrong. From what I remember, Cricket Australia report has been net negative, right, for the last 4-5 years in terms of the
Cricket
financials.
Australia's been negative for years, but they
then they will have to find out. I mean, they will have to come up with new sources of revenue, right? That's essentially the point that Cricket Australia themselves have been making. So how else do you bring in
so
that
then
money?
they could start spending less money. What if they just spent less money? No, I'm serious, actually.
No.
Why do you have to keep spending the same amount of money that England and India are spending if you're a smaller cricket economy?
But
Do you know how many staff Cricket Australia have?
But don't you think that's also partly the reason why they are as good as they are, be the men or the women? I get your point, of course. That is one way of looking at it. You either cut down your expenses or you increase your revenue. I understand that's a valid point. But if Cricket Australia is not interested, because again, these are policy changes we're talking about. So when you say cut down your expenses or cut down your costs, it's essentially a lot of jobs lost. So maybe they're not interested in going down.
I don't think they have to do that though, because they're not. They've just been running at a fairly normal amount of money for a while, right? They're not. They're not losing $50 million a year, are they?
Okay, but they're not making any money. They're definitely.
Do they have to make money? Why actually do they have to make money? They're a cricket board. Why do we think the cricket boards have to make money? Cricket boards do not have to make money. Cricket board's job is to take the money they have and allocate it to be as good in cricket as they can be by making the game as wide as possible, right? Making sure as many people play it, and then making sure the people who play it are looked after professionally so they can get to the top level. Cricket Australia has been doing that for the last 5 years. Why do they need to make a profit, actually?
Not a profit, but don't you think they need to increase their revenues to ensure that the players are taken care of at the same level that they are, right?
Australian cricketers are the most taken care of any cricket country in the world already. So
Correct.
So again, why do they need to be paid more money?
But do you think the cost will remain the same over the next 4, 5, 6 years? The cost will increase, right? To take it, to maintain the same standard of whatever it is, maintenance and upkeep and all of it, the costs are going to go up, whatever it is they incur.
But so will, over the next few years, sport will be worth more money as well.
Correct.
So again,
okay.
Am I missing something here? I just don't get it.
I agree with your point on that as well, that boards don't have to make money. I get that, capitalism has taken over cricket in a way where boards are forced to. I mean, it's now this narrative that boards have to make money. I get it. But they also at the same time shouldn't be losing money, right? Because if they're losing money, that money is coming out of somewhere.
I don't think they lose money. I think they run it pretty much at even. There are years when they make lots of money. So their next revenue will be really high because of the Ashes, right? The next time they play India at home, that will be really high again. I'm not aware. I've never heard. I think they want to make more money, which is fair. I don't really see them in a position where they're losing money at the moment, right? On top of that, as I said, that depends on the way you're looking at it. I think you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You're looking at it from the perspective that they have to keep making more and more money. I'm looking at it from the perspective as it's great for them to look at alternate ways to make money. Does this actually help them as a cricket board, right? Their job is to make sure that cricket is played by as many people as possible and as professional as possible, right? I don't see how this helps. They are completely going to lose control of these teams. And not only that, the more important thing is, I think if you sell at the moment, you're selling at the wrong time. Sell when the Indian players are available to come and play in those leagues.
Fair.
That's when you can make a ton of money and you can change things.
But then how else you make money? Like, because I also don't.
Cricket Australia has never run it. Cricket Australia has been making money for 150 years. Am I missing something here? You're acting like they're broke. They're not broke. They're just not making a profit. They have been subsidizing cricket for a huge amount of time. Their players are paid like 50% of their overall worth, right?
True.
They play their players incredibly well. They have the best stadiums in cricket available to them. They have the best training facilities in cricket available to them, right? They're not fucking destitute. Why do they need the money?
fair. They're not broke, but I mean, at the end of the day, they are a loss-making entity right now. That's
Doesn't
that's how
matter. I just think you've got that in your head. That doesn't matter. It is not the ECB, BCCI, or Cricket Australia, or any of these smaller boards should not be making a profit. They should be spending whatever money they have on developing the game. That is their only job. They should always be running, right, at an almost neutral amount of money. They are not-for-profit organizations. Not for profit. Not for profit. It's in the name.
Yeah, it's a part of the constitution of BCC as well. I'm completely with you on that as well, except that's not how they are run. So that was the place where I was coming from. But yeah, what you say is also right. Essentially, in that,
I mean, if Australia could do an IPL, I'd be like, well, actually, there's a lot of advantages to having the IPL. I think in England, and Rob will be able to tell you this, cricket needed something in England because basically it's dying out for whole generations and whole different parts of the population. So the 100 made sense. Bringing in more money and more facilities. I mean, God, Derbyshire is like club facilities in Australia, right? Like, you know, some of these places are so poorly run with no money. They had to bring money into these regional centres, and it made sense. You tell me again why the MCG or the SCG needs $100 million from an Indian investment, which is just going to complicate things more, right? For a couple of extra players, so to go from Dwayne Bravo level players to Andre Russell level players in terms of fame, right? The biggest issue with the Big Bash is the fact that it's played at the same time that Cricket Australia's other product is. Right? That's the issue here. And taking private money is going to make it worse, not better. Because if I'm the Ambani family, I don't want, I'm trying to think of a young Australian cricketer who's actually good, but I don't want Cameron Green playing in the Ashes when I've got a Big Bash team. So again, is this a good thing for Australian cricket? No, it's a terrible thing for Australian cricket. Right?
That was Abhishek deliberately not trying to catch the ball again, by the way.
He's tired. So I think that in some of these situations, there were certain boards that were on side for it. And if you want me to give you reasons for the other side, actually, I can say a lot of these boards at the moment are very dependent on government and football grounds, right? You could make a claim that cricket can eventually distinguish itself from Aussie rules football and become more of a hub in some of these places and everything else. But again, I don't see how that helps because they already have access to all these grounds, right? I don't see what the advantage is. I'm not really Cricket Victoria. I've worked for them. They're really professional. They were on board with this, but I was like, you guys have money. You've actually got a lot of money. There's a lot of money in cricket in Australia. As this is hit straight up in the air. This has to be dropped.
Will be dropped.
Oh my God.
Is dropped.
I said it was going to be dropped and it still upset me.
No question that will be dropped.
Yeah. So there you go. I don't think it's straightforward. If they'd have done it, actually, I wouldn't have been like, this is the worst decision ever. But I couldn't see a single reason why they had to do it. And if you don't have to do it, right, why are you selling now? Why not wait until the money gets bigger and bigger and bigger? Because you can, as the England teams have found out, you can kind of only do this once and then you're a bit fucked, right?
Yeah. And to be clear, I'm not for the privatization of the tournament as well. It's just thinking out loud. Even I'm not.
Most of these leagues in the world, most private leagues in the world are fucked. They don't make much money. They are corrupt. They don't help the cricket that they're in. So unless you can come up with a system that's going to help in every single way, I think you have to be really, really skeptical of it. And, you know, I did a video about this a while ago where I basically said, there are reasons for both sides. I think if there are reasons for both sides, it's actually more interesting if someone doesn't do this. This is hit really high, but this time it's over the fence. I think it's more fascinating if we have someone not do it, because all we've seen so far is everyone do franchise leagues. And where are all the millions of dollars actually? Right? SA20, successful. IO League, not so much. CPL has been hand to mouth its entire time. Yeah. Sri Lanka are really, really struggling. PSL starting to pull themselves back into something good now that they're back in Pakistan, but they're not printing money. Yeah. Bangladesh Premier League, an absolute disaster, right? And now New Zealand's looking at doing it. And you're like, well, why? What? How does this help New Zealand? What's the best cricketer New Zealand's going to get with privatization, right? Everyone's rushing towards the same model that isn't fucking working. If the model was working, Cricket Australia would have done it 15 years ago. They set themselves up to be sold. And they haven't sold yet because, essentially, it still doesn't make sense for them.
Interesting. I think this is the first time I've heard the other side of the story in terms of at least the argument.
There's a couple of really good dissenting views. One guy used to, a mate of mine, Andrew Jones, used to run Cricket New South Wales. I put out a letter about it, which was quite interesting. Look, I understand why people want more money, but I've been saying this to cricket boards for years. What do you think you're going to do with the money, right? Like in South Africa, they'll say, oh, these other boards have so much more money. We need to make more money. And I was like, you can't make your media market bigger, right? The problem with Australian cricket, actually, is that when they started the Big Bash, it should never have been started in the height of summer. It should have been started at the end of summer, so that Australia went from having a 2-month window where we all watch cricket to a 4-month window. And if they have done that, I think I would have been pro-privatisation here. Because you play all your international cricket in the first, from November, December and January, and then you play your league cricket afterwards. And now...
You don't think that can be done even now?
It's too late. I don't think they can do it now. They had to start it. And I had proper arguments with people from Cricket Australia about this at the time. I said, you were going to fuck yourselves because if T20 cricket gets bigger than everything else, you lose half your revenue one way or another.
Yeah, that's true. You're cannibalizing your own products one way or the other. So, yeah. Meanwhile, we've got a bunch of super chats. We can take those as well.
Oh, do we? Sorry.
Let's go.
We've done that one. Oh, this is good. Rob's most traumatic IPL bets.
I'm saving the most traumatic one of all time had Robin Athapa as part of it.
Yeah, we get that live. Don't worry about that.
We'll do that one live one day. But another good one, and I made a mistake which you should never ever make, right? And I tempted the gambling gods. I almost invited them to kill me, and it was. Because what used to happen is I used to work with a guy who's very, very successful, high-staking Betfair punter, and for about a year or two, I sat next to him and tried to beat Betfair, which I wasn't very good at, to be honest. And at the, with a couple of overs to go, you sort of shout out to each other, "What do you want here? What are you cheering?" And we were, quite often cheering the same things. But when you get to the last over, when you're betting on runs. And I was only betting, when you're on Betfair, you're only betting on innings runs and who's going to win, right? That's it.
Yeah.
And so when you've been going in and out because the wicket falls and you're like, well, I'm higher, so I'm going to back overs, or I'm lower, so I'm going to back unders. When it gets to the last over, you're usually like, well, if they get loads, then I win loads. Or if they don't get any, then I win loads. But it's like, if it lands on 181, I win this. If it lands on 182, I win this. If it lands on 183, I might be flat or whatever. But there was one day where I had anything. I wanted at least anything won me money. If they got 10 plus, I won a lot. And if they got 14 plus, I won absolutely shitloads, unless they scored more than 35. And that was the day that Jadeja went absolutely mental. Against Harshal Patel, who'd gone for no runs that day, and he scored like 38 off the over or whatever, and that was the one that I was already like spending the money. That was pretty
that as a drop.
I'm on Hussain to get more than one wicket today, so we've only had one really easy one off him so far. Hey,
is that the second drop off his bowling or the third?
Second. The first one was incredibly easy, and that one was quite hard. Let's see if we can get another drop before this particular bet loses. I could really do with the warmth off it, though. I am very, very cold.
Okay, what else we got here? Ayosh says, Cricket Australia, rich Australia players better remunerated. Ollie Pete doesn't get $5 million from Mumbai to leave Australia. They are spooked by Pat and Head's $2 million offer. But that doesn't go away if you privatise the Big Bash, guys. And that's the most important thing is they're going to lose their players anyway because they're not in a big market. right? So you don't get anything added. Also, if they devalue international cricket at the moment, these people actually are getting big money. Cricket Australian players get paid a lot of money to play for Australia at the moment. If you privatize that league, and you don't get to a point where people are getting paid an absolute fortune for the Big Bash, and I'm talking millions and millions, you actually can pay your players less than you can pay them now. Right? Like, what's the top Big Bash payment is probably 300 grand, right? And the top test match player in Australia is probably getting 2.5 to 3 million. Like, the difference between those two is huge, and the remuneration package is not going to be changed by privatization in the short term, right? The market's already flipped on Cricket Australia when it comes to that. They're not going to be able to afford their players as it goes ahead if these leagues get bigger and everything else. None of that changes. Ayush says, Lalit Modi mentioned first 8 teams had been sold on the pretext of Indian players never playing abroad. Once all teams have been abroad, franchises can overturn this decision. Yeah, okay. Fair enough as well. Dano says, matches won in IPL 2026. Peak Punjab won 6. Worst CSK 5. Local man is confused. Akshay, if you got anything to say?
Nothing. I mean, it's one of those extremely rage-baity statements is what I'll say. But yeah, fair. You're not wrong.
Marty says, have any of you ever watched the Tour de France? No, I don't get bikes.
I've seen some funny bits where like random people from the crowd get in the way and stuff. That's about. And I watched a couple of cycling documentaries because I've kind of watched about 50,000 sports documentaries. There's one about the bald guy, Italian guy, can't remember his name. That was quite good. And then really shit one about the cheating guy, Lance Armstrong.
That's
I can't profess to knowing much about cycling. So what should happen now, right, is Connolly should bring up his 100 in this over because Harsh is bowling, who is 67 for none off his last 4 overs in the IPL.
Yeah.
And Connolly is 84 or 52. So I am expecting, if he faces these 5 balls, him to hit at least 3 sixes. And he should get his done.
I think what's fascinating about Harsh today is the pitch has spun, although he's bowling so quick now, I don't know how he's going to spin it. That's going to be hit for a 4 off the inside part of the bat, not really where Cooper was aiming. But it's like he's come on and decided that the pitch isn't spinning.
Like Kuldeep yesterday, by the way.
Yeah, he's bowling so... I don't know, did anyone see the speed on that one? But it looked so fast.
Nutmeg for 4.
The over he bowled before, it's like just put one up and get it to rip. Yeah, he's bowling medium pace.
That's the only market worth worrying about now is does Connolly get his 100, yes or no? And I think the price
107
is... What's the price on him to get 100? He needs 11, but there's only 9 balls left and he's not facing. I think it's evens. I think it's 50-50 whether he gets 100. So comment yes or no in the chat. And if you're right, Jared will send you money direct to your house.
Oh, it just gets it over long on as he comes around.
That 4 was 107 clicks, by the way, Jared. And this was 98.
He's just bowling so fast.
Bowling him again here suggests they're not overly concerned about net run rate.
I mean, they go on top of the table after winning tonight, so fair.
What a turnaround. What were they, 1-3 after their first 4 games?
4. Yeah, 1-4.
And if
1-3.
And if they won 6 of 7 then since then?
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah, 6 out of 7 now.
Finally, we get back to an important one. Ribu says, I thought peeing on hands thing came from MLB. Is that wrong? No, definitely. It's in both. I don't think it's just those. I think there are other... as this one, Cooper might be out here. Going for the big slog sweep. It's very high, and it's 6.
Oh, wow.
Jeez,
that went straight up.
Does Marco play the game here and take the single, or does he whack? I think he whacks.
I got to get your man on strike, don't you, at this point in the game? But Yeah, so yes, no, it's definitely something that's been going on in cricket for a long time. But yeah, baseball is another sport where they piss on their hands. That is also not true. Super glue has been used, but doesn't work either. I know of that more. Super glue does work, but it doesn't work for calluses, which is what people are trying to use it for. So basically, when you're bowling spin, you're using the inside part of your fingers, right? And after a while, it just digs it until you have an open wound. Now, you can't bowl with an open wound. So what these guys are trying to do is get the callus to come back over as quickly as possible, and you can bowl with the callus again. And then over time, you stop getting the calluses. As Marco didn't try and get the single and went out.
Donates a wicket to Shivang.
Yeah, so you're trying to get a callus in, and then over time, the skin gets so hard on that part of your body, you don't get it anymore. So yeah, that's how that works. Yeah, and that's what you're trying to do over a period of time. So people have tried lots of different things. There's heaps of tricks in cricket. You know, one of the other ones, of course, was the people who would use the same stuff that that fixed horses' hooves. Strengthen horse and hooves, and would put that on their fingernails to make their fingernails harder, so they could fix the ball, tamper with the ball more.
It's good. There's nothing stopping you from like cutting sharp claws out of your nails, is there?
No, it's just that you're not allowed to use the nails on the ball.
Yeah, but what if you have like mega long sharp ones? Fair play to Vishak, who takes the most obvious single ever. But they shouldn't have let him, should they? It's just a game within the game. They shouldn't have let him have the single there. They should have brought everyone up for Vishak. Shouldn't they? By the way, Hussain might be the worst fielder I've ever seen, and that is saying something. Did you see him try and collect that ball that was hit straight to him then? He dropped it 3 times.
I mean, the catch when he went before, where he was much more likely to fall over than catch it. He's not the worst fielder in this side.
Who do you think is?
Hinge.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're going to go for 2 here. There could be a run out as they try and bring up his 100 here.
Oh,
no, he's come back. It was a terrible throw.
97. Looks like Punjab are happy losing the game. They're just waiting for Conley to get his stun. The way they're celebrating this.
This is a really... I mean, he's made 95 off 55. And what's the second top score? Stoinis on 28.
Oh,
just spam wide, didn't it?
Yeah, that's fun. Oh man, that was actually well.
So they just need 45 off 3 as James Hopes looks on.
There's the 100.
Is it 4 or 6?
6.
4, I think.
Oh yeah, I thought bounce past zero. My bad. Oh, 4.
Not bad for a guy who averaged 19 in the Big Bash last year, is it?
Would it be extremely hateful of me to say that I still am not convinced of him?
No. I just said he averaged 19 in the Big Bash last year. It would be weird if
now after this done.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You can't. I mean, he's been fine in his career so far. What we've seen in this IPL has been unlike the rest of his career so far. So it's either a breakout year, which we have to take seriously, but we need another couple of years, or this is it. This might be the best he's going to be for a while. He's batted really well on 3 occasions, I want to say? Like 3 really, really top innings.
Yeah. That's another 6? Yep.
I'd say he still looks really ropey when he faces spin early on. If you can, a bit like Stoinis, if he starts against pace, he's much better.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
Might be a Perth thing. Can he hit 34 off the last ball, though, is the question. Oh, wait, we've got a couple more. Andy says, who's making the top 4? I think everyone who's in the top 4 at the moment.
So that's SRH, RCB, Punjab and RR.
Yeah.
Chennai, no outside chance for them?
No.
Your words, not mine. Just telling everyone in the chat because they.
I'd be shocked if
brandished
Chennai made it.
these-
Gujarat still have a chance, but I'd be
Yeah,
shocked if
GG.
Chennai make it. I mean, I just think Punjab is still more than good enough to beat teams, and I think Rajasthan will keep going, and RCB and Sunrisers are going well. It's not that I don't think Chennai or Gujarat can win the game. It's can they win enough games? Gujarat have to beat all the teams that they go ahead of. Anyway, they've won by 33 runs here. Rate Jake says, Jared, were you in the debate club at school? My school is too poor for debate clubs. That is the end of the game. Thank you very much to everyone who's been on Combox. We had Varun, Cheyenne, Rob, Akshay on today. But we will be back again tomorrow. Are you on tomorrow, Akshay?
No.
Other people will be on tomorrow. Rob, of course, is in the middle of a betting binge or notes binge or doing something there. I think we're going to have a podcast in a minute, but I'm not going to be on it. So I don't know if we have two humans. Are you going to be on it, Akshay?
I did the podcast on my own yesterday. Everyone just left, and I just sat here talking to myself. It was really fun.
Okay, let's not have a podcast tonight. If Akshay
Shall
can't
we do
do
that
it, then
again?
I can't do it. Do you want to do it on your own?
Yeah, I did it on my own yesterday. I'm just telling you this.
Do you want to do it on your own tonight?
Let's spin a coin.
This could be that.
All right, heads. I will do a podcast on my own. Tails, I'll go home. See, by the way, did you see how I caught that, everyone? It's really easy. Heads, what did I say? Was that yes or no?
You'll do it on your
Yes.
own. Yeah.
All right, fine, cool. 5 minutes.
All right, well, we will have a podcast in a minute, and Rob will be on his own. I have to jump into the house. Akshay's got other things to do, but thank you to everyone who was with us today. Remember, go to combox.tv, sign up. We've got a load of stuff coming very, very shortly. Like, subscribe, do all those things you do. And as always, tell your mum about us. Combox. The game lives on.